Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Speed Chat Plus, and that's it. That's the intro. What's up, Michael?
Yeah, happy August. That can
Dude,
be
it
part of
is
the intro, right?
August. It kind of
Can you
snuck
believe
up on
that?
me. I had such a
It's
busy July that, like, for it suddenly to be
mm,
August, I'm like, oh, that month is over now. I can't believe
no,
it.
for real.
And now
Yeah,
it's like,
'cause
I love August, don't get me wrong, but like, it's my last hurdle before I get to September, and September is where I have all of the, oh, this is coming up, and then this is coming up, and then this is coming up, and then
mm,
this is coming up. So it's like, obviously, because it's me, it's like it's football season, so I'm looking forward to football
oh
season.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But also, Carly and I got approved for like a larger space, and so we're gonna be moving at the end of the month to have that larger space.
Oh,
So
sick.
everything you see behind me, it will still be behind me in the future. It just might not be. It might not look like this. I'm gonna situate everything, move stuff around, and it'll probably
Yeah.
have a different background. So it's like I'm going to
Well,
enjoy August while it's here, but like I know September is
that's
when like
good.
all of these things are happening. So that's
Well, I
where I'm
mean,
at right
I've
now.
already taken down the signs up here, so
No! How am I gonna know
yeah,
who you
they're
are now?
yeah, I'm just a fraud. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually a
No,
fraud.
he's just Michael.
No, I am moving Michael because I'm actually moving this week. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the last time that we'll have these backgrounds, I guess,
Yeah,
unless
at
we do
least
more
like
episodes.
together,
I
right?
think
Because
we
it's like we
will
might have like a little
together.
overlap.
Yeah.
Well, you have a different one, and I'll have this one, and then I'll
Yeah.
have a different one. It's like a lot of things are changing all at the same time, and that's how it is.
Yeah,
But instead of looking
pretty
forward, let's
much.
look back at the past couple of weeks and what's happened because a lot
A lot
happens
has
in a couple of
happened.
weeks. Yeah. What have
Yeah,
you been up to?
a lot has happened over the past couple weeks, and then a lot will happen in a couple weeks with
Mm-hmm.
Gamescom and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So but looking back at the past couple weeks, we were filming our last episode and then I traveled. So I went to go see some friends up in Chicago. It was my first time ever going. So I saw the Big
Nice.
Bean. I saw like a lot of cool stuff. We went to the Pokemon Fossil Museum exhibit. That was
I
like
saw a lot of
probably a highlight
pictures
for
that
me.
look good.
It was super cool. So I've been telling everyone about it. And I even was able to tell some people when I continued on to Orlando and I went to Universal for GCX, which is the
Ooh.
Gaming Community Expo, but it was a big year for them because it was not so like last year was the 10th anniversary, but I would say this year was bigger than that because the big thing for them was that GCX's event has roots with Destiny as Guardian Con before it became GCX. And
Mm-hmm.
then, as you know, we talked about how Bungie kind of like has a lot going on, and Destiny is kind of like
Like the
sunsetting.
sunsetting
So,
of Destiny 2, the uprising of
yeah.
Marathon, kind
So,
of.
yeah. So it was honestly just like this big, like, emotional family like bittersweet kind of like gathering for like a good like portion of the GCX stuff and they had like a little ending event segment on the main stage and everything and it brought a lot of people out so I think it was like the biggest year. It was the first time I think they'd sold out of tickets, which was really cool because they basically take over the sound stages for 2 whole days. And if you
Mm-hmm.
don't know, the sound stages are basically in the back of Universal's like City Walk, which is the central hub before you go out to like Islands of Adventure, Epic Universe, stuff like that. And the sound stages is where they film stuff for like The Voice with NBC, Nickelodeon, like a lot of fun little like shows and activities you've probably seen before. If you dig through your nostalgia vaults, they might have filmed it there. So it's actually kind of cool to like not only be there, but I was on a main stage segment, so I got to see like the green room and all the cool little like hallway
So you
images
were
of like
literally
past
like an actor for a
performances.
day.
I let's just say that I walked past like right next to like Matt Mercer. We'll just say that.
The Matt
And
Mercer?
the Matt
Isn't
Mercer was
that
actually there this
isn't
year.
that the guy? Isn't that Daredevil?
Yes.
No, it's not.
He's a lot of he's no Matt Mercer is a lot of
Matt
things
Murdock
in
is
this
Daredevil, by
space.
the way.
Matt Murdock. But no, it was cool. They had a lot of indie games, they had a lot of cool stuff going on. And then the after dark party was up and down the San Francisco, New York, and Diagon Alley areas, the Harry Potter stuff.
Ah, yeah.
So pretty much like, we had entry to that. So basically the day two, it was only a 2-day con, right? Kind of like a Twitch con Europe. So after the second day, we go into the park and then we like get access from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then when they close the park, you have these like glowing wristbands. So the staff that are ushering people out will see those wristbands and go, okay, you're good. And you are basically there until like midnight. And it's really cool because the weather has calmed down, the like temperatures are a bit lower, and you can just go on the rides as much as you want. Like
Bro, free
I
rides? Dude, that's sick,
free
honestly.
rides. I will yap about
At
one
night
thing, which
too, so
was
it's like everything is
at
all
night.
lights. Oh.
Exactly. So like the New York section was all lit up, and you know, Diagon Alley, you could really see the orange of the flames if you were nearby from the dragon up top as it would like randomly shoot out flames. It was cool. The coolest ride that we had access to was the Mummy, Revenge of the like Mummy. And that's always a really cool ride. Just aesthetically and like the sudden drops and high speed. It's a roller coaster and it was really cool. We literally did it. So I went with one of my creator friends and we sat in, we did the ride, and then whenever like we were pulling up to like, you know, the end of it and like where
Mm.
the attendants like lift the bars, the entire group just started going round two, round two, round two, and then we basically just
Just
we
run
got
it
to go
again.
again.
Yeah, I mean,
And
because
then
who's in line, you know?
exactly. And then we started going round three, and they were like, everybody lift your hands, lift up the bars. Aw, like,
Could
no,
you
we can't do
imagine
it.
doing that when it's like there's a full line though? Like it comes around, everybody's really excited. They're like, "All right, my time to ride the Mummy. It's my favorite movie franchise. I've been standing in line for 2 hours." And this group of like 20-year-olds are coming in. They go round two, round two, and the operator's like, "Who's up for round two?"
I think you
Okay, we're
maybe
back.
you
Yeah,
pressed the
I didn't click
okay.
anything. Okay, so we're so
So
back
who
for
is
some
up for
reason.
round two?
Who's
Are
up
you up
for
for
round
round
two?
two?
This is round two, I guess, because I'm making a joke about who's up for round two, and I guess suddenly suddenly I stopped recording.
That is so funny. Oh my god.
I didn't click
Well,
anything. It's the I guess the
so
operator wasn't up for
I
round two.
I think there's some spooky stuff going on in the background,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
That's
Some
it's
spooky
haunted
things.
for sure. It's haunted. I'm just glad I
Haunted
caught
room. That
that. That would
that
have been
hey,
awkward.
you might have a haunted room, but by next month it maybe won't be.
True,
So, you
we got
know,
to get out of this haunted place into the new not haunted
exactly.
place. Actually,
Okay,
we
but
got to
well,
tour the place just last week,
uh-huh.
and apparently the reason why we can't move
Nice.
in right away is because like the pipes underneath the place like busted, and the ground is all
Oh
wet, so they got to
shoot.
rip up the flooring and fix the pipes.
Oh
So that's
gosh.
why it's gonna take a
Yeah.
couple few weeks before we can go. But anyway, yeah, no, at
I,
least it's not
yeah,
haunted though, right?
I'd rather have them do that before you move in versus when you move in, because that would be a mess. And then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I
Yeah,
was kind of
continue,
just like
continue.
I was just yapping that like, you know, it's you know, you have people that are waiting in these lines for like 2 hours, you know, and when I was touring walking through the park when it was still open, a lot of the lines were like 65 minutes, 90 minutes long, right? You know, it's a theme park, right? So, but when it's after dark and when the park is closed, you have to enter the line to get to the ride, and you're just continuing to walk through all these areas that people normally stand in waiting to go further, and you realize how long these like line areas are and how interactive they are, with like videos and like just, you know, whether it's the theming of the room and then the next room, like if you're waiting for like the big like Harry Potter ride, like they have a whole room. It's got like the chandeliers. It's like you're in a grand big ballroom and you're
Oh
just
yeah, I
waiting in
remember
line.
something similar when I was at Universal in California, where it's like the
Anaheim,
line
yeah.
for the Hogwarts ride. You're actually like walking through Hogwarts, and you're going down the Great Hall and
Yeah.
through like a
Yeah.
cave. Like they really make
Yeah.
the whole thing immersive. They're really good
Yeah.
about that.
You know, it's funny. I'm closer to that one, but I've only ever gone to the Orlando one, so
That's
it's kind of
quirky.
funny. But
I've heard the
Orlando's kind of
Orlando
like
one's better
where it's
anyway,
at.
so you're not missing anything, right?
Yeah, you know, Disney World for Disney, Universal for Universal. And the big thing I'll say is that GCX announced that of course they'll go back, but they did announce like 3 days instead of two. And the
Hmm.
third day is a whole day at Epic Universe, and it's like something that is like you can bring your family to. Like you can literally like make a vacation out of it. It is
Mm-hmm.
a vacation themed event. Like when I go to GCX, I'm not there just for work or a stage commitment. I'm literally there on vacation. It's like super nice and different from like a lot of the other trips that I get to like do because they're all like convention
I mean, when
oriented.
work
So
can be a vacation, that's a pretty sweet gig. I mean,
it, I mean, yeah, like it was definitely something I couldn't pass up. So, and so it was kind of like an extended vacation between hanging out with my friends in Chicago and doing a few things, and then going to this event in Orlando that has a lot of history and meaning to me. I was even helping a couple streamers. They had a setup at like a Pokemon card booth. They were opening packs. Like I crashed their stream. And then the one surprise, I know I'm yapping too much, but bear with me. The one big
nothing
thing
wrong with
that
yapping too
surprised
much.
me.
That's what we do here.
Okay.
Yap all you want.
Okay, so the one big surprise that I got at GCX, I didn't know this before I got there. I did know that St. Jude's team was going to be there because they've been there every year. The team that I, connect with for Play Live fundraising and everything. They were also the reason I got to be part of Sonic's 35th birthday stream because they recommended me to Sega. So I got to thank them for that. But what I didn't know was that they were doing this like mixer, which I knew about, but what I didn't know was that they were bringing in like a patient and family to like talk about like their St. Jude story.
Just a
And
random patient and family, by the way. Completely
yeah,
random.
totally random,
Totally
except
random.
it totally random, and I didn't know about it, but it turned out to be my cousin. So
That's
I
cool.
ended up
Yay!
my cousin Faith and my aunt and uncle were
Mm-hmm.
there the weekend. So everyone got to see Faith again, and then I got to basically hang out with them during the weekend, and it turned into a family trip, but I didn't know it was going to be a family trip, and I
It's
almost
a
didn't
happy
go to
surprise.
GCX. Yeah, I almost didn't go because it's like West Coast to East Coast, but like I was able to go and hang out with family, and that was like really important and meaningful. And we did rides together, and it was really cool.
That's
So like,
awesome.
and it was a full circle moment, and that was a big draw for me to go to like GCX versus like I don't know San Diego Comic-Con, which also happened that same weekend,
It would have been cool,
which
but
is
it doesn't have
always
that
a really
same
big
like
deal.
personal sentimentality,
Yeah, I think
Not
I
the
think that's
same.
what draws me. Yeah, I think that's what draws me out to Orlando every
Mm-hmm.
time. So,
It's like
but
the same reasoning like why we used to go to like Owensboro, Kentucky for Toon Fest as
yeah,
opposed to like I don't know, the whatever else is going on, big anime convention in New York or something.
E3,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
yeah. No, I definitely really enjoyed my time over there. And it's just cool to like connect with other people in the gaming community that like, I don't really get to either see much, or there are other areas like that maybe I don't dabble with much but get to learn more about. They had a whole like Fallout exhibit, Destiny, of course, Elder Scrolls, like a whole bunch of stuff was going on with a whole bunch of like teams, and it actually turned into like this really big like thing. So it was really cool. I just like enjoyed my time in Orlando, and I enjoyed my time in Chicago as well, which was a new city for me. I've crossed off a couple of new cities on my trips between Pokemon NAIC in New Orleans and now Chicago. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to Pokemon Worlds. I don't have any trips planned in August except my move. So like
I mean,
that's really the
that's a
only big
pretty
thing
big
I'm
trip
doing.
if you think about it.
It's
It might be
a
one of the
pretty
most
big trip.
important
I
ones.
think so. It involves,
Yeah.
all of my personal belongings, including my setup that I haven't packed yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but I wanted to make sure we got in an episode before I
Yeah.
had to pack everything and move. So as this food that I mentioned to Aaron before we started recording is now arriving, I think we should use that as a transition
Into
to
what I've been up to.
actually talking about what you've been up to, and then
Yeah.
you know yeah, so when I awkwardly walk away to grab my food, it's not because I'm not interested in what Aaron has to say,
He's
because
just
I'm
more
very
interested in
interested.
his food than he is in what I have to
Listen,
say.
I'm hungry.
No, it's
Food is
understandable.
always a top priority,
I understand. I get it. Food is close to my heart too.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to say, it's here instead of
Mm-hmm.
almost here,
Oh,
because they're here,
mm-hmm.
but it's, they
It's
gotta
that
drop it off.
almost that gets you. It's that like the
Yeah.
teasing, right on the
It's like
edge.
it's right there, but is it right there? And guess what? It's here.
It's
Yay. Okay,
there. All right.
I'm gonna go
It's
get
okay.
it,
I'll
and
take
I'll
over.
be right
Tag
back.
team, tag team, tag out. Pop, pop, tag out.
Okay.
All right.
Baton pass. Okay.
Baton pass. Just
That's a
just
Pokemon
like in
move.
like God, what is it?
In
Persona
Pokemon.
5. That's such a good game. I love
Persona.
Persona. Love Persona.
Persona.
Let's go
Good game.
Persona. Okay,
Okay,
but
I'll be right back.
seriously, it's cool. Michael will be back. I've been up to a few things lately. I was like, I would have shared this with Michael. I know he cares, but at the same time, they're games that I play, and he's been playing his own games and stuff like that. So what I've been up to, I finally got 100% in Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. The missions where you have to do Edward's Fleet sucked. They're terrible. Did not like doing those. Everything else was fine. Everything else was good. And so got the Platinum Trophy for that. Feels really good, man. I got 100% in Backyard Baseball. Got all the achievements for that one. Unlocked all the characters. Got all the baseball cards. Everything unlocked there. Beat the hardest difficulty, which was a secret difficulty that I didn't even know existed until after I posted about the 4-star of difficulty. And everybody in the comments was all like, hey, idiot, there's a 5-star. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And so I did that. So my 2 big games for the month, I 100% completed both of those. And so I'm really happy about that. You're already back. That was quick. That was really quick.
Oh, yeah. It was just already there.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, did I show you what I got? Did I
yes,
show you?
I saw the video. I saw the video.
I'm gonna show the camera anyway. Ooh!
I like, commented, and subscribed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look at this, dude. This is... What?
Yeah,
like, what?
that's crazy.
It's not like Lego, but it's Wise Block, whatever that is. And they gave me like buildable Jackdaw from Assassin's Creed Black Flag and all those little like figures and stuff down there, including our very own Edward Kenway, Mary Reed, Blackbeard, and others that nobody cares about, but they're in there. So I have yet to put this together because of the fact that I was going to wait until after the move because I didn't want to like set it up here and then risk moving it and having it break. So this will make a nice little display piece, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's literally so cool. Are you gonna unbox it when you do move?
Yeah, yeah, like after I move, I might even do a stream of me putting it together, but it's nearly 4,000 pieces, so it will take a while.
That is a whole stream.
It is. I'll figure out what I'll do in the meantime. Maybe I'll I'll do it while I'm watching football on the other monitor or something, so I don't get too like, I don't know, too alone. You know what I mean? But on top of that, they also gave me like this giant mouse pad that doesn't actually fit on my desk. I can't even show it because it's like, it's big, you know? But yeah, this giant mouse pad, which is really cool. They gave me a headset that I gave to my wife, and so she's liking it. She's like, yeah, it's really noise canceling. I can't even hear you when you're trying to talk to me. And I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. And then like they gave me a Nintendo Switch 2 controller that keeps saying that it paired with my Nintendo Switch 2, but then it doesn't actually work on my Nintendo Switch 2, so I don't know what's going on there. But hey, the rest of it's pretty cool. And then other games I've played recently that I really enjoyed. I played through the new Halo campaign Evolved. It's not necessarily this, but it's kind of like that. This is just background.
I've been seeing some people do some sponsorship stuff for that. So, nice. Yeah, I know that came out.
Can I actually tell you the quick story? I did not get the sponsorship for it.
Me neither.
I applied for a key, and then I got an email back being all like, we're currently processing your request. However, due to the large capacity of people asking, we cannot give you a final answer until September 15th. And I was like, nuts. Dog, I'm just gonna buy it.
So yeah, at that point, hey, if you get the key in September, you let me know.
I'll let you know. It's crossplay. So like if I do get a key, I'll throw it your way. You could probably play on Steam. I could hop on my PlayStation. That's what I did with my friend Magsies. He was on PC and I was on my PlayStation, and it worked, and it was a lot of fun. We had fun with that. The other game that I got to play and finish that I cannot recommend enough, and I actually have it up on my you can't really see it very well, but it's up on that the pixel frame over here is Pragmata. I finally got a key for Pragmata. I do see it. You see how they're doing the high five.
They are.
Oh,
I did
it's so cute.
I did notice your VODs of Pragmata. What do you think of it so far? It's so...
I mean, I already finished like the main story. It took me about 2 streams. I looked through it. The actual game itself took me... It said it was 7 hours of in-game time, but because I died a couple times and it doesn't count that towards your in-game time, the actual time length of my playthrough was about 9 hours, which is... It's solid. That's a solid length. But then like how much more they give you on top of that for going and grabbing all the collectibles and doing a new game plus or doing the hard mode that unlocks after you beat it. It's well worth the price that they're pitching it for, but not just because of everything they include into it, but because it is a new combat system with a terrific, engaging story and lovable connecting characters. And it's like, that might actually be not just one of the best games of the year, one of the best games I've ever played. Just like, period, with a period on the end. Like, when I think of the best games I've ever played, I'm thinking like the first Last of Us, Astrobot. I know there's another one I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I know Persona 5 Royal, I think, is one of the best games I've ever played, but like, I'm putting Pragmata up there. It is literally one of the best games I've ever played.
I was literally raving about it so much whenever it was
when we were doing for like the past year we've been doing this, you were always making sure to plug it and to shout it out. You're like, oh, the new Pragmata demo dropped, the new Pragmata trailer, the Pragmata finally got a release date. It actually moved up a week.
No, literally.
You made sure. We talked about it. I got to play it. It's so good. Capcom does it again. What else can I say, you know?
Did you like expect to have as much fun with it as you like did?
I expected to have a lot of fun because I did play the demo, so I was already hooked by the actual gameplay mechanics of the hacking while shooting, while dodging. Like, that already tickles my brain. And then everybody being like, oh, it's basically a dad simulator. And I'm like, okay, yeah, Diana's going to say a funny thing here and there. But like, the fact that you like find and give her gifts and you see her play with those gifts, and then she wants to play with you and she'll play hide and seek. And it's like, it's so good. Okay. It's so awesome. Good. And then you actually get to, I don't know how much, did you actually finish the story or anything?
I've done a couple streams, but I still have a little bit more story to go.
So I won't spoil certain parts of it. The ending, the last third, because that's where it really gets juicy, especially when you start learning about like the doctor who is in charge of the whole facility, why he created the facility, why Diana was made in the first place, and her true relationship with all of that. Like, once you start reading the reading the logs and seeing the audio diaries and stuff like that, it's like, it's great storytelling is what it is. It is fantastic storytelling. Anyone who's out there who doesn't have the game should get the game, and anyone who has started playing it needs to continue playing it. Michael,
here's my one question.
What's up?
Would you nominate it for Game of the Year if it was up to you?
Right now, out of all the games I've played, even with what was Resident Evil 9 came out this year, that was this year as well. That was good, but I think Pragmata genuinely is better. I think it's I haven't played GTA 6, and I know people are gonna want GTA 6 to be Game of the Year because it's GTA 6. I genuinely think Pragmata has a chance at that running. I genuinely do after playing it. It's really that good. So yeah, that's me gushing over Pragmata for
as you should.
It was worth it though. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. I've literally just been playing games. Whether it's games that I can showcase or games that I can't talk about yet, whatever it happens to be. I've been playing games. That's what we're doing.
On my side, like, this is my month that I can like be sitting down and playing more games, which I have been with Splatoon Raiders, which I'll shout out of course later. And that was also given to me by Nintendo, which is a nice. So, and then I also there is some Toontown stuff that kind of came up that I surprised everybody with. So I don't know if that was planned for later.
Event Horizon stuff. I don't have a tab for it yet, but we'll talk about it when we get to the Toontown portion, because I mean, we've already been talking a lot, but I did want to kind of Toontownify this episode because there is some Toontown stuff to talk about later on.
There's quite a bit, actually. So, I mean, I don't know if that's the thumbnail. Maybe it is.
It might end up being the thumbnail, though we've been talking about everything
I don't know
else.
When I'm sitting here, but, like, obviously the viewers know because they see the thumbnail anyways. So,
let's get talking about some topics. Our intro's gone for over 20 minutes, so...
you know what? I'm chilling.
We're chilling. We're having a good time. Did you see... I know you did, but did you see that the... Super Mario Sunshine is officially coming to the Nintendo GameCube Online Classics for Nintendo Switch 2. Copyrighted. Yahoo! Available August 13th. Now,
oh my god,
that's really cool. It's coming up and it's awesome to be able to have that official way to play it again. But I also do already own it on 3D All Stars, as well as like,
Yeah.
you know, an emulated version on my PC. So it's like
But
I've
guess
had
who
my.
doesn't own 3D All Stars? A lot of people.
A lot of
So,
people
you
don't,
know.
right? And not everybody has a computer to have an emulator or supports emulators or understands emulators. And like your general consumer doesn't use an emulator. Your general consumer goes, "Oh boy, I haven't played Super Mario Sunshine since I was a boy, and I have a Switch too, so I'm going to play that when it comes out," you know? And so that's
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of people that hop on and play this, and that's going to be pretty cool. My
The
big question
GameCube.
is, do you think it'll be the core way that they speedrun it now?
That's a good question.
The answer is probably not.
We don't
A
know.
lot of the original
Probably not.
hardware is usually the way to go for speedrunning, because the same thing happened with
Yeah.
like Mario 64, where they don't people still speedrun on the Nintendo 64 because the new one is like the PAL version, or I don't know exactly what version they use, but it like doesn't have the same glitches, and so you can't even do the backwards long jump. So I'm guessing they're not gonna use this one for speedrunning. But hey, Mario Sunshine. Do you remember the last time you played it?
No. Because the GameCube was one of like my first like consoles I ever got exposed to as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I went to like a haircut place when I was younger that had a whole line of GameCubes like while you were waiting for your turn. So I honestly just kind of like got familiar with some of the games, whether it was like Luigi's Mansion or Mario Kart Double Dash.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Super Mario Sunshine was kind of like in that realm of familiarity for me, but because I was like a kid, I never really like properly sat down with the game, and I never owned a GameCube. So there's a lot of GameCube games that I like maybe played in the doctor's office or
Yeah, they
in
were
the
like in a
lobby of
McDonald's,
getting my haircut.
you know?
Yeah, in the McDonald's, the play places. So like, yeah, but you know, I never played through games. I just got my hands on games. So there's a lot of GameCube games that I think I could go back and try to like properly experience
I owned a
in full.
GameCube
So
for about like 3 years when I was between like 19 and 22. And the reason I don't anymore is because I got it initially when I was like coming right out of college, and I was moving in with one of my friends, and I was like, I've always wanted a GameCube. I'm gonna buy a GameCube. So I bought a GameCube. I don't remember if it was like online or a GameStop or whatever. It was cheap enough. I got some games with it. It was like Paper Mario and Mario Sunshine and Smash Bros. And I think those were the three I had or something like that. And I had like a couple controllers and the memory card. So it was a full GameCube. I was ready to play it. And then when a falling out with my friend happened, he stole my memory card, a controller, and like 4 of the games. So
what?
So like,
and you bought it?
Yeah, and I bought it. And so like when I
That's
left
so
and took all my
rude.
stuff and never saw him again, yeah, I still had the GameCube and a couple of the games and a controller, but like without a memory card, like what was the point of playing it? I could play it for like, you know, an hour and then have to restart, you know? And
Megasnoop lore unlocked.
I never got around to getting another memory card.
Wow.
And then when I left Vegas that time to go back to Portland, I left it with my roommate at the time, Brian, and he took it to Florida and put it in his parents' garage. And that is the last I ever heard of it. Because I asked for it back once upon a time, and he's all like, I gotta search for it in my parents' garage. And then he went to his parents' garage and looked for it and couldn't find it. So it's gone. It's just gone.
That's so sad.
That's my GameCube lore. I owned Mario Sunshine and never played it on the GameCube. Let's go.
Well, now you can on
going
Nintendo
through a
Switch
historical
too.
event in my life.
Holy crap, dude.
But yeah, now I can play it on the GameCube, even though I own it on the Switch already and emulate it. But yeah, other people will get to play it. That's pretty cool. So, other Nintendo news, though. Did you see that Pokopia is getting their first DLC from their expansion pass? This looks pretty good.
I've seen some people run around on the bubbly basin. I saw like Suicune now running on water, which is really cool.
Like you can go
it's
under
all water.
the water and have like a bubble so you can breathe. There's a free software update, but then there's like a paid DLC on top of that.
I think I'm gonna give the software update a 7.8 out of 10 for too much.
Much water. It's got mudkip and everything.
This looks so cool. Like, I had friends telling me that, like, no, I built like underwater tunnels and stuff, but we couldn't build out into the water, and
And now
now
you
they can
can.
expand, and now they can, and it's just like so cool. I
I
know a
keep
lot of
forgetting that
people
I
are.
actually own this game because technically Carly
I
she's been playing it, so
Yeah,
it's like I could play it.
sure. Yeah,
I space any game I have on my Switch because I don't keep it right here, you know? So it's out in the living
yeah.
room.
I don't know if I still have like a recent VOD or not of like Pokopia gameplay. It's been a minute since I've circled back around to streaming it. Because I was like regularly streaming this game
Hmm.
when it was out. I think yeah, I mean the last time I streamed it I think was before Summer Game Fest. So I haven't picked it up in a while, but it was like all I was like obsessed about between like March and May. So
I don't blame
now
you.
that there's like
It's that good of a game.
yeah, now I mean maybe another game of the year contender, who knows?
I don't know
I
about
mean
game of
now
the
that
year,
well, hey,
but
listen,
I think it
Animal Crossing
definitely
has been nominated, so you know, if
it could
Animal
be
Crossing New
nominated. I
Horizons
don't
got
think it would
nominated,
win. But I do
hmm,
see it taking like, family game or something like that. Something that the Mario parties usually fill or the Mario Karts usually fill. We don't have one of those this year, and this is something we definitely could see fit that niche. And I think it does. I think it takes the family game of the year. Or kids
yeah.
game of the year,
So
whatever they like to call it nowadays, right?
whatever it is, but
Whatever
yeah,
it is. You know, the
it's
the lesser game of the year, but for kids.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, the release date of Pokopia quite literally was like March 5th, and it's exactly like they tweeted this August 5th, which is exactly like 4 months,
Hmm.
5 months after the game came out. So it's like really cool that it's already being built upon. And this
Oh yeah.
gives people time and like, you know, something to look forward to before Winds and Waves comes out next year.
Hmm.
Um, and I mean, also, like, people can take this to Pokemon Worlds at the end of the month, and we'll probably see some more Pokemon news out of that as per usual. So,
Oh yeah.
Pokemon fans were eating good. It is me. I am a Pokemon fan. I am eating good. I
I'm
have food
glad.
here.
Eating well
I'm hungry.
from
Eating
Dave's
well.
Hot Chicken.
I miss that bounty. I really do.
Dude, I miss being paid to eat chicken on stream and tell people to eat Dave's Hot Chicken. That was awesome. It's got to be like top 3 bounties
Uh,
for me. It's that. They did a Mountain Dew one where they gave me free Mountain Dew and told me to tell people to drink Mountain Dew. And then just by proxy, there was a bounty for Deets Nuts where they gave me like, it wasn't even
oh,
nuts, it was like little sausages, right? They were like little cooked
hmm.
sausages, and they sent me those to show on stream and eat. And they were like, in the wording of it, of the clause, they were like, we know what joke you want to make, please refrain from making that joke. And so I never made the joke. Everybody else in the stream made the joke, but I didn't make the joke.
Right, right. No, for sure.
Oh, so yeah, no, I digress. But we still got some more news when it comes to some video game updates, DLCs, etc. This is something that happened not too long ago, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are now officially in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. And I saw
Yep.
you
You
streaming
know,
this the other day. You were literally playing as, was it Leonardo, the blue one?
yeah, I hopped around between Leo and Donatello. So
Mm-hmm.
this, I have to say, I think this course in this trailer is probably one of the best DLC courses that they've like added to the game.
Yeah.
You can go on billboards. There's a million alternate pathways, and it's just like super fun. And it's New York City, but TMNT-ified. So
NYC,
uh,
baby!
NYC. Yeah, no, it's honestly super cool. It's cool to see the turtles. Everyone wishes that they had voice acting like all the other DLC characters, but the trend
Oh.
continues and probably will continue. But yeah, it's a cool little trailer. It's like all stylized for
Mm-hmm.
you know
For
the
the
turtles.
movie, because
I
that's what they're based off. Is these are the ones from
yes.
that kind of Spider-Verse animated
Man,
film.
yeah, I remember the OG like TMNT movies too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have to look back and watch some of the like, realistic ones and the other animated ones and like see how the turtles have like changed their
Evolved,
appearances
yeah.
over time.
I really like
Yeah, you
this
see
version of
ghosts
them. I'm
on
gonna
the
be
wall.
honest, because I've
Yeah.
I've seen the Saturday morning cartoon versions. I've seen some of those like live action like animatronic looking puppet movies. Like genuinely,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm just like a hater or whatever. I really like this version of the TMNT Turtles. Like I think they look great here. And maybe it's just because I'm a sucker for the Spider-Verse-esque animation, but I really
Hmm.
did like that film when it came out. I went and saw it, and it was good. It was good.
I oh man, something clicked in my head about a game, a TMNT game that I used to play religiously on like PlayStation 2, and I'm
Yeah.
currently like looking it up. This
Can
is
I
the
say
one
my like
instance
while
that,
you're looking that up, I actually had a TMNT game that I played religiously at my friend's house because before I even knew what an emulator was, I would go to my
Mhm,
friend's house and we play on his dad's computer, and his dad's computer would like had emulated games. So that original
mm,
like arcade game of the TMNT beat 'em up, we used to play that on repeat because his dad just
yeah,
had it. Well, I didn't know it better. I just thought it was like a computer game, but yeah, no, his dad would like went
uh-huh,
the extra mile and all of this like emulation stuff and had all of these different arcade games and NES games and stuff like that. And so like I have memories of that original arcade TMNT game, and because it was an emulator, you didn't have to put in coins, you died, you just hit start and kept going. And so we beat that game one day. It was awesome. That's my memory with
yeah,
TMNT. I ain't no LARPer.
yeah,
I can
no,
actually tell you all four names of them and which color's which
there you
and
go.
what weapons they have.
Nice.
I just don't know what the name of the weapons
Hey,
are, okay? Like I know that like Donatello has the stick. I don't know what the stick is called, but it's a stick, okay?
it's a
And then
staff, it's a staff.
and then Raphael's got like he's got the what is it, the three prong knife thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is. I don't know what it's called, but I know what it is.
Oh man. No, I think okay, I think I found the game that I grew up on. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's this one. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus, which came out in 2004 for like all the platforms, GameCube, Xbox, PS2. And I'm looking up gameplay of it and I'm just like, yep, I just remember it was very like hack and slash, like run around,
They
see
do
different
very good with like
enemies.
beat 'em ups. I'm trying to see if I can like
Yeah,
bring it up.
this is the video. Yeah, I remember the platforms. I remember the weird, like,
Yep.
sections, the wall jumping, the like stat boosting aura there, the enemies. Like, this
This
is the
low key
game
kind
that
of looks familiar. I might have played this at my friend's house one day. Then again, I had a
yeah,
friend who literally had every single new video game every like all the time, and every single time I went to his house, which is like every weekend, he always just had a
uh-huh.
different game. So I feel like maybe this might have been in the rotation at one point. But I just like this
And the game,
comic-y
yeah.
like outline around everybody where it feels like a comic book. It's telling me I've seen it before somewhere. So maybe I have. I don't know.
And like they had cutscenes in this game that looked
Mm-hmm.
exactly like the TV show at the time. So like I mean these are the turtles that I know and love. Like I will find a way to stream this game someday because it is just that good. So that's my shout out, I guess, right now. Just thinking about the turtles when I was watching that trailer. I'm so glad I remembered this game. So
Okay.
this makes me so they actually had like multiple like
Just
of
going off of what I was
these
talking about earlier,
games.
this is the one I played, by the way. The actual this was like on an
Okay.
arcade and it was emulated on the guy's computer. So this is legitimately what I was playing. It's not a long
I
game. This one you
see.
literally beat it in like an hour if you can do everything, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this was like my childhood, man. Whenever I went to my friend's house.
Oh man.
That's
Look
the
at that.
turtles I knew.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Shout out Team and T for real, for real. Yo, but
They're in Crossworlds.
circling back to Sonic though, they do have a calendar with their upcoming everything, right? They got the Team and T festival that just concluded, the Legend
Yep.
competition around 7 starting right now, and then the
Yep.
Axel festival starting at the end of the month, where Axel from Crazy Taxi, right, is
Yes,
joining
from
the
Crazy
crew. You
Taxi.
could play
That
as the
that's
Crazy Taxi. Let's
that's our
go.
guy. Taxi's coming soon to Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and Yeah, it's pretty cool. They are doing the festival at the end of the weekend, and it aligns with Gamescom. So I'm assuming that if you go to Sega's What I Learned giant booth at Gamescom with
Mm-hmm.
multiple games, they do have a Crossworlds section, and I imagine you'll be able to like race around as Axel. So yeah, they have their whole they post their calendar of what they got planned every month. So it's pretty cool to see what's going on.
I'm gonna be so honest. I had no idea his name was Axel. When you first
Two,
messaged me and you're all like, they're bringing Axel to Sonic
you're
Racing
like Kingdom
Crossworlds.
Hearts.
I was like, the dude from Kingdom Hearts. That's sick. And you're like, no, 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 no. It's Crazy Taxi.
Even better. Crazy
Even better.
Taxi.
I've been playing way too much Kingdom Hearts lately. I made it to Dream
Yeah.
Drop Distance. That's how far I am now. It's pretty good so far.
Dream Drop Distance was, I think that was genuinely my first fully played through Kingdom Hearts game when I was in middle school on
Nice.
the 3DS. Like, not even kidding. I loved Dream Drop Distance, so I hope you're enjoying that game too.
So
yeah,
far, so
Axel,
good.
yeah, Axel from Crazy Taxi, not
Axel
Kingdom
from
Hearts.
Crazy
It'd be
Taxi.
cool if they threw like Sora in here. I don't know. It'd be
I mean,
kinda
did you
cool,
see
but-
the news? Let's go off on a tangent here, right? Did you see the news that it's almost all but confirmed that Sora is joining Fortnite?
I did see it. I haven't like reposted any leaks because I don't want to be
Because it's
that
leaks.
guy.
It's not
but
nothing's
all
like
over the
confirmed
internet.
yet, but they like
I'd rather retweet
the
confirmed
gummy
stuff, but
ship
yeah,
car is already been found in Rocket League files, and the skin
I
there's an
saw.
actual
Yep, that's
skin
it.
decal
Y-
for the Rocket
Yep.
League car. So they're like, there's only a matter of time before Sora joins as a Fortnite skin, and you know we've seen the big. Is it a partnership? It's not an acquisition. The big partnership between
Well,
Disney and Epic Games.
Disney and Epic, yeah. I mean, because they talked about like building out that whole like universe essentially, and
Mm-hmm.
we've kind of covered it. And I mean, I think this is a way that they lean into that, but I don't know how I feel about Sora holding guns. So that's
I
gonna be
understand.
interesting.
The thing is,
Yeah.
I can stomach this. If I don't have to look at it, if I don't have to interact with it, sure, whatever. If I pick up Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
4 and they have a Fortnite world, I'm refunding the game.
I think that would be that would like be, you know, even crazier than Atlantica. Honestly,
it would be worse than Atlantica. You can't get worse than Atlantica.
Just Jonesy Fortnite with Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Think about that for a minute.
Quick, we have to fight the giant monster thing that's been eaten by a Heartless, and now it's a Heartless monster. I don't know, dude.
The monster is nobody.
Let's team up with Homer Simpson and Hatsune Miku.
Miku in Kingdom Hearts? You never know.
The biggest crossover known to mankind.
Yeah, I don't know. I may have to hop on Fortnite for the Kingdom Hearts collaboration if that happens. I might have to. I don't know.
Dude,
it's been a minute for
I
me.
cannot give Fortnite another penny of my money though. It's like I'll hop on and be like, "Hey, look, there's Sora. I'm gonna shoot him." But like, I can't be spending money on skins, dude. There ain't no way. I'm done. I can't. They've got enough money.
Man.
All right. In other news, we got a few more small things before we get into some big things. The Elden Ring movie, unless there's something you wanted to pop in with.
Sorry, I will mention in the scape of Fortnite, I will just mention that
Rewind to Fortnite.
Literally just this morning, they did mention that on August 20th, there's going to be news on Chapter 7, Season 4 called Override.
Okay, I did see that. And that's when people are expecting to see...
Yes.
Sora,
because the tagline is break the rules plus change the game. So I'm thinking we might start getting that multiverse part of it. So I just had to mention that before we ventured away from Fortnite. So
all right, Fortnite talk is concluded. You can all unmute now.
Yeah, we're back. We're so back.
We're so back. Anyway, Elden Ring, they're making a movie and it's already wrapped up filming. And my first reaction was, already? That was fast. That was crazy fast, right?
It kind of was. Yeah, it's not coming out for a hot minute. So
it tells me most of it's going to be CG. Which is fine. I don't mind. You could do the whole thing in like 3D animation and I wouldn't have minded, but yeah, that'll be interesting.
If they wanted to make it a realistic Elden Ring environment, maybe they'd have to like teleport to another planet or something. I don't know how good they could
Right?
do in person. So
Mm-hmm. You just do what
yeah,
all the other fantasy movies do. Go film in New Zealand, right? They probably have a giant tree there, I'm sure.
probably.
I love how the biggest
Yeah,
questions being asked though are like, what do you want the popcorn bucket to look like?
that's I
Asking the
mean,
real questions though, honestly.
that's what the people want to know. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, A24 continues to cook. That's the news.
Mm-hmm. In other movie news, though, as we go through the video game movie landscape, the live-action Street Fighter movie has its first clip, and this will be coming to theaters in
Hey.
October. So what do we got here?
Ryu, I know what you're capable of.
Ryu.
Is that how you say it? I always said Ryu. Dude, I'm always mispronouncing names.
It's Ryu. It's Ryu.
Dude, I said Titus instead of Titus today, and people are like flipping. Uh-oh.
Yikes. The origin.
Why does this actually look good? Wait, what?
Because it is. It's gonna be good. Even if it's comedical.
You die. Okay? I will end you. Oh, okay.
I mean, it is like a video game movie, so like it's gonna have some goofiness to it, but like the actual is it cinematography, the camera work, it actually looked good. Like, who's editing this?
It does.
Who put care into this? What the heck? What? But like, why?
Yeah. And hey, they're working with the community, so we got like Maximilian and Justin Wan making cameos. You see them lean into that.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's coming out in October. Maybe I'll have to see it depending on whether or not maybe if I have money, because that's what most of my decisions come down to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
I haven't seen it yet.
Sorry, go ahead.
So
You're slightly cutting in and out.
I
don't
haven't
know if
seen
it's
Spider-Man
my
yet.
internet or your internet or.
Oh. I think it's mine because I'm almost done downloading Street Fighter, ironically enough.
That's what it is. Because I see your mouth moving and then your audio comes through. It's kind of interesting. Do you want to here? Let's do
sorry, I paused it. I'm almost done. No. I'm good now. I'm good now. Hello.
Well, I mean, it's still delayed. Let's do like a quick 1 second refresher. I'm gonna disconnect and then reconnect. And then are you good? No, you're still. Hold on. All right.
I think we're back.
Oh, we're so back. It looks so great now.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. This whole time I've been downloading Street Fighter 6 and I've almost finished downloading it. So
okay, second question. Do you have Big Walk downloaded?
Yes, I do.
I was hoping we could hop on that and play around on that for like 10-15 minutes to be like our game of the day where we, look at something together.
It's cool.
Cool. But before we get to that, I wanted to talk about another game that's coming out next week, actually. I'm sure I've brought this up before. I had to have. It's called Duskfade. Have you seen this like on your Twitter timeline at all? Or you remember me talking about it at all?
I remember you talking about it, but I haven't seen this on my timeline.
So this has been all over my timeline for no good reason. I think that's loud. I think it's just because they keep using keywords like, we modeled this game off of the PS2 era of Kingdom Hearts, Jak and Daxter, and Ratchet and Clank, right? And
any of those games are gonna draw attention. Yeah.
And like that's their whole marketing, by the way, is just saying over and over again, like, this game is like Kingdom Hearts 2 and Jak and Daxter, and we modeled our character off of Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2 and Jim Hawkins, and hey, the PS2 has our heart, but don't forget the Nintendo 64 games that inspired our game. But it's similar to Jak and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts 2. Yep. Like, that is their whole marketing scheme. And I'll say this at least. I think it looks pretty good. I may or may not have already had some hands-on time with it. All right.
That's good.
And I'll say this. What they're aiming to do... I'm going to have to mute that again. That is so loud. Holy. What I can say in a brief, like, preview is that its aim is to be a PlayStation 2 game, giving the same vibes, the same kind of mechanics, the same world building of a PlayStation 2 game, just in the 21st century, as if PlayStation 2 wasn't already part of the 21st century. But you know what I'm saying? More in modern day, you know, an updated engine, slightly better graphics, 60 FPS, stuff like that. But they want the bosses to feel like a PS2 game. They want the levels to feel like a PS2 game, the world, the enemies, the mechanics, like everything to feel like a PS2 game. And I'll say this much, if that's their goal, they nailed that. Because it is, in a sense, essentially, yes, a PS2 game where it has very strict level design. All the bosses have those same like phases where as soon as you get through a certain point of the boss, it goes through a cycle. Like in almost every sense, you would think that you're just playing a PS2 game. And I think that is one of its greatest strengths as well as its greatest weaknesses. So if you liked the PS2 era of games and you long for something like that, you will get a heavy sense of nostalgia from playing a game like this. But if you're like coming into it thinking that it's going to have the same complexities as something like Kingdom Hearts 2, like it doesn't, right? Like the combat is more than you would get from the Jak and Daxter, but it definitely does not reach that of Kingdom Hearts, you know, because Kingdom Hearts is just has such a complexity to their combat with their magic and their combos and their forms and stuff. So it finds a nice middle ground in there where I think this is one of those games that's going to be what people call like a perfect 7, where it's not the best game you've played all year, but it's fun. It's just silly fun that takes you back to being a kid again. And so I wanted to shout that out. Yeah. Because it's coming out next week, and again, had some hands-on time, and I'm fighting back and forth on whether I want to just make a couple shorts talking about it, or if I want to sit down and do like a full video review, depending on like if people actually want to hear that or not, you know, because there is a lot more to say other than that brief little bit that I was able to say. But I did mention this in the past, and I think my one thing I said was like, if it comes across my desk, I'll see about covering it. And you know, it happened to come across my desk, so I guess I'll cover it.
Well, this made me look at my business email to see if Duskfade was anywhere in there, and it popped up on the end of July. So
there
I just
you
filled out a
go.
form for that.
Yeah,
so
if you want to, they were accommodating. Like I asked them if I could get like a PC and a PS5 key to see if I could like see the differences and how it runs. Yeah, and they gave me both, and I was like, wow, that's really nice of them. I will say there's slight frame issues on the PS5. I've not tried PC yet, but I assume it's going to be better on PC.
Got you. Is it also something you're thinking about streaming?
I think so. What I'm trying to do more often, and it almost doesn't even have anything to do with Duskfade specifically, but I am just trying to get a better library of games to put on my archive channel. And I've said this before, and there's a couple of reasons for it. The two reasons I want like a library of stuff on my archive channel is number one, because I love having the memories, right? I can always go back and I can be like, yep, this is the time I played Halo with Magsy. Here's when I played Kingdom Hearts. Here's when I played Deltarune, stuff like that, BioShock. I'm building quite the library now, right? Darwin's Paradox, SPI, all the BioShocks, go a little bit further back, Prince of Persia. But also because of the fact that now I have something to pull from whenever I need footage for future videos, right? Like I get tired of trying to find a clip that, you know, somebody didn't slap their watermark on, or try to boot up a game and download it just so I could hop in for 5 seconds to get footage of it myself. Now I have my own library of like, oh, I need Kingdom Hearts footage. I'll just load up the video, record my screen for 10 seconds. Boom, there we go. I need some Deltarune footage, load up my video, record for 10 seconds. Boom, there we go. It's my own personal library of clips and videos to work with. And you know, if some people end up watching it, that's cool too. Escape from Ever After is pushing 10K views now. So that's pretty cool. Bug Fables is like at 700. So hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
really
pretty
sick.
cool. So to answer your original question, I plan on doing like another stream of Duskfade so I can actually play through the whole game and have that footage so I can upload it to my archives and be able to share that with others. So
dang, 24 hours of Kingdom Hearts 2.5.
Dude, Kingdom Hearts 2 is a long game. It is. I'm gonna be so honest because of the fact that like I do multiple streams. I didn't just sit down and play for 24 hours, you know?
Of course.
I did like 6 streams. I think it was 6 streams of like 4 hours each, of up to 5 hours, some of them. And then I sat down, cut it up, put it next to each other, rendered it out. It took 2.5 days to render. I left my computer on overnight for 2 nights so that could render.
Wow.
I mean, the Assassin's Creed one is 20 hours. You got 12 hours for that one. Almost 20 hours for Kingdom Hearts 1. My computer's putting in the work. Oh.
Man.
I have Pragmata as well, and I don't... Wait, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Let me... I swear I made my... I'm going to go off on a tangent real quick, because I just finished rendering out and uploading the Birth by Sleep playthrough I did. That one only took me like 1 day to render. It is still really long because I did all 3. But yeah, I swear I put it live. I didn't know, it's just unlisted. I put a thumbnail on it though. So here's me.
Well, I guess
putting
you can make
it live.
it public.
Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep full gameplay, all stories, 19.5 hours. Now it's live. And then my Pragmata, you can see, literally took me 9 hours. 9 hours and 10 seconds. And I just need to put a thumbnail on that, and I can make that one public, but I've been lazy, so yeah. Anyway, I digress.
Do you just take your raw recordings and just kind of like put them side by side and just upload that?
I'll give you like a little like behind the scenes as well, just so you could see. Here, I'll open the Kingdom Hearts 2 file. It is very big. Because of course it is. This is where I also pull footage from in case I need it for like videos or shorts or something like that, especially when I'm currently working on a project. But yeah, so like I take my actual stream itself, which is in like 1440p, and a section of it, which doesn't have my face cam or anything on it, is where the gameplay is. And then so I have an automatic crop that I click that will automatically crop where that gameplay is. And then I keep in mind like where I leave for 10 minutes to use the bathroom, or go at the beginning of the stream and cut out the intro, and go at the end and cut out the outro and stuff like that. And then I put it all together next to each other, kind of overlap it a bit to make it seem a little bit more seamless. I don't think anyone is sitting down and watching it 24 hours straight all the way through.
I'd hope not, unless it's like background noise.
Yeah,
I guess,
I mean, usually it's for
weird.
this, like if I'm trying to put it up on the screen behind me, stuff like that. That's another third reason why I do it. But yeah, like you could see, this is just my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts of Kingdom Hearts 2. I even have some post-game stuff in case I wanted to get footage of some of the extra stuff I did. But you can also see I'll like cut out where the P breaks are, and that's what that is. But like if I actually open this up, you can just see it was taken right from my stream, and I just cropped the gameplay part. So that's what it is.
Do you skip any cutscenes during your gameplay?
Nope.
Are there skipped cutscenes?
I leave it all in, because if I need it for future videos, I need those cutscenes, and I'll know where to go find them. So I try to leave as much in. I don't skip any cutscenes. I try not even to talk over cutscenes if I can, unless it's I know something that's been repeated or something that's not as important. So anyway, I went off on a tangent on that. Anyway,
all good.
Duskfade's coming out soon. Try Duskfade. You know what else just came out? Is a game that we're going to take a look at together called Big Walk. And this is getting some good reviews so far. So it's currently the highest rated game of 2026. Not hard to do when you had some stinkers this year. No, but like it's literally just like, it's a cozy, happy, fun game. Like they set out with a goal and they met that goal perfectly. And there's a reason why a lot of people are loving it.
I was already calling or pointing attention to this game a while back too, because, it's created from Untitled Goose Game, and they've been making development videos over the past year or two where like it's literally the characters but the developers, and they're talking through like what the features and ways you can interact with the game. I've already seen a lot of memes from like where you can hold up signs and type whatever you want on them, of course, so you line them up and it makes something funny. So it's cool. It's I think this is deserving. I mean, I know we've talked about
reviews
before,
are a
like,
little bit more mixed,
slot.
but I think the user review mixture comes from like performance issues, from what I can
think
tell.
so,
Because it's like people are like, it's actually kind of not working as well on like the docked version of
Yeah, it's
Switch 2, stuff like
seven
that.
user ratings. It's based on 25 ratings. There's a lot
Hmm.
more ratings to be made. So I
Oh yeah,
mean,
25. You
that's
can just
just
have like a couple bad ones that'll skew it. You know.
exactly. Yeah, I think from what I've seen overall, it's very positive. And I mean, when Metacritic says you must play the game and it's that highly rated, then I think
Well,
it's at least
Metacritic
worth
said
looking
I'm gonna
into.
have to now.
Yeah, yeah. So it just came out the other day. You will
Hmm.
probably be seeing your favorite streamers playing this one.
And we
Because
got some
content.
keys so we can check it out as well. I also got it free on
Yes.
PlayStation Plus, so like I own it a couple
Mm.
ways, and it's crossplay. So if you also got it free on PlayStation Plus, whoever's out there listening, you can play with your friends who get it on PC. Right?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
pretty
one of
cool.
these reviews here is like it's from the creators of Untitled Goose Game. Big Walk was a game that seemed like another friend slop game, but it's not at all.
Mm-hmm.
With the vast world, up to 12 players. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So it's a big statement, especially when we're thinking of games like Peak and I don't know, Only Up and Baby Steps and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this might be on the top of the genre list potentially by the way we're looking at it
And I
here.
think
So
one of the big points of a game like this is that it's based off of the people you play it with. If you play this by
yep,
yourself, you're not going to have probably
probably
as
not.
phenomenal of an experience as if you played with your good friends. And if you have like
Yep,
some bad friends, you might not have a great time.
yep.
But like you can even see when they breaks down here, like the lowest reviews are on Switch 2 because I said that's where the probably the issues are with the
Performance.
performance. PS5 88, and that's still a high 80 is really good. And then
I mean,
the
like these
best
are good,
ones
decent
are
like
here
scores.
on PC. So
PC,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
That
No, I
tells you
mean like,
something.
and the meta score is what it is. It's there's one mixed review, and that's why it's not a 100. That's
Mm-hmm.
literally what it said, like right there, like 14 positive reviews, and then just one mixed review.
Yeah, so Big Walk shines when you tackle its varied puzzles together as teamwork is essential. No
The
one can
game
carry this
relies on your
alone.
group to make
But
it
like the game
fun.
relies on the group to make it fun, and that's where like the one mid-tier review came from. It's like you do need to make sure that you have a group to play it with, or at least
Yeah, yeah,
somebody to help you make it fun, someone to help you find the fun. It's like the same thing with Among Us. The
yep,
thing that made Among Us good
yep,
was the people you played it with, right?
yep. Absolutely.
So we'll be checking that out here in a bit, but before we do, we got a couple more things to hit the notes on. Some Toontown talk, and then some Big Walk. From Toontown talk to Big Walk. But did you
Yeah.
see this? I want to make sure that this is like 100% valid and real. But you know how PlayStation has the Platinum Trophy that you get for getting all the achievements in something? Xbox wants something similar, saying maybe not exactly calling it a Platinum Trophy, but having a achievement completion recognition that says, hey, you got all the achievements for one game. Here's your achievement for doing so. They want that to come soon. Because, like, the thing that PlayStation has always done really well is kind of cornering the market on achievements. Like, you
Mm.
see more people talking about PlayStation trophies than Steam achievements
Yep,
or
yep.
Xbox achievements or
True,
anything like that. Nintendo
true.
doesn't even have anything like that, which I think
Nope.
they are vastly missing out on. That is one of the best, most fun parts of being a gamer,
I
seeing that
agree.
little trophy go, "Ba-ding," and you're like, I did something. And I can
I
only
agree.
imagine like how expressive they can be with that, with like Nintendo games and Mario and Zelda and Donkey Kong. And
Mm,
missed
mm.
opportunity. But anyway, but being able to see Xbox do this is one of those small things that makes me go, okay, Xbox is trying. I know that they keep going back and
Mm.
forth with the pendulum of like, they're doing good, they're doing bad, they're doing good, they're doing bad again. This is a slight swing in the good way, and I think this is really cool where they're trying to take stuff like this seriously and understand what it is that gamers really do like about gaming. And it's slated for later this year. So tell me what you think about that, Michael.
Yeah, I think it's good to see more love towards achievements just in general. So, I mean, I love collecting them. So, I mean, I think it's good to see Xbox catch up on the platinum side. And I mean, that's plain and simple, period. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
good update. Achievements. We
Are
love
you able
achievements.
to
That's
check
literally
like
how I
how
feel.
many games you have 100% achievements for
On Xbox, I
on
don't
X
know.
or
Maybe.
on Steam at least?
On
Can you
Steam?
measure that? Do I have? I think I have Steam open. Yeah, I have Steam open.
Would it be under your
I don't know.
Where would
That's
it
the
be under?
maybe. I have no idea. See, they make it so easy to
Community?
check on PlayStation. Badges? It wouldn't be under badges. Maybe? No. Maybe? I mean, they have like your Steam level, but I don't think that means anything. I think that levels
We're
up when
gonna
you buy
find out.
stuff.
Because
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
you can track achievements per game, but
Mhm.
yeah, I'm not sure where this might have to be a Google thing. Let's see.
It might have to be. Because here's the thing. I'm going to show off my PlayStation right now because I can. Did I turn it on? Oh, I did not turn
Yeah.
it on with the right controller. Because I spend way too much time on PlayStation, and although there are some games that I do have 100% on PlayStation 4, I know on Steam 4, I have 89 platinums on 89
Oh yeah.
platinums
Wow.
on PlayStation. Most recently,
You got
Assassin's
one
Creed Black
for
Flag
Black Flag,
Racing.
yeah.
I
Very
did
cool.
Little Nightmares 3, Lego Batman, Mouse PI, Call to the Lamb, and anything that doesn't say 100% but has a platinum just means it has DLC that I didn't get all the DLC trophies, but I did base game. Little Gator Game, Reanimal, Escape from
Mhm.
Ever After, Ghost of Yotei, Outbound Ghost, SpongeBob, Little Nightmares 2. Like I like to finish my games. You know what I'm saying? When a game is good, I finish it. Yuka Replay
Yeah.
League, Astrobot, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, Backyard Baseball, baby.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely have my fair share of platinums for show. So, but it's one of those things that it's easy to show off on PlayStation, and they've always had that edge over everyone else when it comes to it.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see a way to look at Steam achievements in the way that you're wanting, but maybe they should add that if
Maybe
they're
they
listening.
should. I don't know. Well, I do know they should.
Yeah, you believe that? Yeah.
All right, we'll kind of dip down with some of these announcements before we raise it back up. But yeah, this is one
Okay.
that popped up yesterday, where the
Yep,
acquisition of
yesterday.
Electronic Arts by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Silver Lake and Affinity, has officially been completed. So,
Yeah, we talked about this a number of episodes back.
we
Yeah,
did, and
but
we kind of figured that this could lead to some pretty bad things when it comes to EA, because they were a publicly traded company, so they were always trying to do something to make shareholders happy, right?
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of advocacy from the community against this like acquisition. I saw creators banding together. I saw communities like signing whatever petitions they could, making their voices heard however they could. And this is officially, what we're seeing now that the acquisition went through. I mean, it's absolutely no surprise that Saudi Arabia has gotten their, feet a lot more wet in the gaming space because brands are leaning towards it because that's where the money is. But we've talked about before what implications can come from that. So if you want to watch back that previous episode, you can. Maybe we'll throw a little user card up, or maybe not. I don't know, but
I'll figure out how user cards work, and I'll get back to you.
If you don't see one though, I think we talked about this acquisition when the news was first breaking, which I want to say was like either earlier in the summer or late spring. And it was, pretty interesting to see. So now it has been completed. And what are the replies saying?
You want to see the replies?
To this news? It's something. People calling to boycott BA. Wait, let me go back to that second image.
This one?
No,
it's time to go. Was I a good
one.
publisher? No, not really, no. Right?
It's a pirate's life for me.
The thing is, it's not that EA was ever like a great company. They had shady business practices, but we knew whatever they were doing in favor of shareholders. So which means if they took it a step too far, the backlash of the community was enough to get people to retaliate. It would lower shareholder value by people boycotting whatever game or standing up against it or giving it bad PR, like that they did with CFB college football when they came out with their shady pay to win in the single player mode. And
Yeah.
there was backlash, and they took action against that. It wasn't the
Yeah.
full action that they
Also,
wanted, but it was action taken.
in case anyone needs a reminder on the figure, because it's not mentioned in this specific post, Electronic Arts was officially sold for $55 billion. Just to make sure everybody knows, this was like previously like announced at the end of last year, and now it's like official. And yeah, which means that EA is now owned, of course, by Saudi Arabia. And as we had talked about in the episode we brought it up on, Donald Trump's son-in-law.
Yeah. And so going back to what I was saying, when it came down to like shareholder value, we at least kind of had a voice in that where we could retaliate. But now, if it's privately owned, there is nothing that we can do that could really stop or change their minds. We don't know what they're going to do with this company, but it does mean that we cannot just make our voices heard and have them change something. Like, they are private, they can do what they want, they can run the business how they want, and more often than not, the evil you know is better than the evil you don't, right? Like, this could go really bad, and for $55 billion, they got to make that money back somehow. They wouldn't put that much money into EA unless they figured they could make more back from it, or they just really, really, really wanted to own a bad publisher. I don't know.
Right. So I'll link this so we can get it on the screen. Jason Schreier was kind of like giving more insight onto this. They're a reporter at Bloomberg, very known. So they pretty much went private now, which means that EA no longer trades on the Nasdaq.
So it's like it's no longer having to do with shareholder value. So like if they make something, if they do something we don't like, we can't just riot and have them change it because they don't care anymore.
Yeah. So all stockholders of EA will receive $210 per share. EA will take on $18 billion in debt, putting it on the hook to pay, and $1.8 billion a year in interest. And I mean, yeah, like this could start leading to like more mass layoffs and studios, IPs getting sold, and things that people were advocating against. So that, in case people didn't fully realize how big of a deal this is, that puts it into a much bigger scope.
Dude, EA literally is digging its own grave. But I don't think they did this because the people at EA thought it was a good idea. I think it was just somebody saw a paycheck. Some corporate guys at the top, maybe the people who own the most shares in the company, saw how big of a check it was and went, I'll take that and walk away with my hands clean. Yeah, I'll take what's essentially, $500 million and sell my shares. Of course I would. And then never have to think about it again.
Scrooge McDuck is up there on that corporate ladder. So,
and then leave, whoever owns it now, the Saudis, to figure it out. It's their company now. They don't know we were already running it into the ground.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying EA is like dead now. So they were good for their sports games when I was a kid. That's what I got for them. I know communities are going to have a lot of thoughts about that. And speaking of, people potentially dealing with layoffs, I mean, it's unfortunately disappointing but not surprising that things keep evolving in that space. And a while back, at the end of July, Double Fine Productions, we talked about how like Xbox has been making a lot of restructuring and shifts. On Double Fine's end, they let go of 23 of their staff, which is a pretty big deal for like a small tight-knit
as a quarter
team.
Of their staff. They had less than 100 people.
Yeah, and they for Double Fine's case, they divested from Xbox, right? So this was the statement that they made, and it's just another one to add to the list. Which
as if
I don't
Xbox again isn't just going like this all the time.
At this point, if you were to open up a scroll like in the movies in like a Kung Fu Panda and it just kept rolling, it would be like the equivalent of the layoffs in the past decade, in the past few years of like what's been going on. And every year we can celebrate games as we should and the creativity of developers, but we've obviously seen the indie scene take more and more of attention at events like the Game Awards. So it's a big deal, and it's just going to keep coming for gaming, for tech, and it I mean, I know a friend that like got laid off very quickly after they joined a team. So like, I mean, things are just eh, I don't know. It might even be proper to say that the damage that like the pandemic did all those years ago is pretty irreversible at this point.
Oh,
At
I mean,
least
like,
that's
yeah,
how
no,
it
it's
feels.
what the pandemic did is it raised prices and expectations from all these companies, and then the pandemic ended, and they went, well, we were still selling stuff at that price. We don't have to make it go back down, and we never reverted back because they were
Well,
still selling. So like,
yeah.
why would they? You know, and but then
Mhm.
suddenly all these green lines that were going up because everybody had all this extra money because of the checks that were being put out. Now suddenly all of these companies aren't making the same profits because there isn't that same amount of money going around, and they're like, I wonder what's wrong. We kept our prices the same. It's God,
Yeah.
I hate business. I do. I had some business classes in college. So I've taken the microeconomics and the macroeconomics and the regular economics and the business course, and like they're always like green line must go up, and it's such a bad mentality. It's so bad. Anyway,
Mhm.
speaking of more business, you saw this one. I know you did.
This, yes, I saw it as soon as it broke, because previously we had talked about how there had been some stuff going on with StreamElements, but it looks like that. I didn't see this coming. Freaking Razer dropping
Razer of
in
all
and
companies buying out
acquiring
StreamElements.
StreamElements.
Okay, yeah, acquired. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say bought out. Acquired. Because there was like an asterisk next to it where like they didn't
Hmm.
full on buy it, but it's like I didn't look into it enough, but I know that somebody explained it in a lot of sentences about like how Stream Elements still has its debt, but Razer is doing something to brand with them to help alleviate some of that. I don't know the exact details. That's something that I do not have here, and I apologize for
Yeah,
not
I
having
mean,
that.
a
But
lot of what StreamElements is like doing doesn't really change, but there's
mhm.
like the behind the scenes stuff, right? That
Yeah, a lot
Razer's
of
really
behind the
like
scenes stuff. It's
supporting.
business. It's business stuff. And a
Exactly.
lot of it is a big PR move to make Razer look like good company. Whew, right? And it's like
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
hate
I've
Razer. I don't use any
no,
of their
I don't either.
stuff, but
Yeah, I bumped into them at events, but like, I mean, they've been leaning a lot into like the AI stuff, which I've
mm,
always been hesitant about,
oh,
even
I
though
don't I'm
like,
not I don't like
they've like, well,
AI.
they have like AI companions and stuff like that they've been like
Ooh.
developing. So
Ooh.
I've been a little uncertain about that. But so I'm not like a Razer creator. There, good people that work there, but I just don't know how I feel about like
Mhm.
all the stuff that they've been working on. So
I looked at their
yeah,
creator
it's
program, and their creator program isn't even like, "Hey, we give
it's
you
like
stuff
an
for."
affiliate.
Yeah,
It's an affiliate
it's an
program.
affiliate where they don't even like give you products. They're like,
Uh-huh.
if you sell enough products, we will then think about giving you products. And there it is. They're like, look, it's the creator program because we sat down with them together at what was it, the Level Up Expo, and I asked them, I was like, so what's this
Yeah.
about? Like, what do you get? What's the perks? They're like, you get like whatever percent commission, and I'm like, okay, but do you like do you get the items? And they're like,
So you
well,
get
you
the
can get the discounted items. And I've heard that ploy before. Before I was with G Fuel, there
yes.
were energy drink companies that tried to like reach out to me to see if I'd work with them, and their shtick is always to be like, we'll give you a discount on our products for you to then pitch to other people, and all they're
It's like
doing is getting you to be another customer. That
yeah, it's
you
like,
are
oh
not a
great,
partner with them, you are just a fancy customer to them. That's all it
it's an
is.
employee discount mini,
Yeah, it's like an
like
employee discount, but like
that's
you're not
basically what it
guaranteed to
is.
actually get paid. You're still paying for the product. And that's kind of the
Yeah.
same thing that Razer's doing. There's different tiers of like, if you don't know, the behind the scenes of the way partnerships and sponsorship works is like at the very top they give you free stuff and they pay you for promotions. Kind of in the middle is like free stuff, and then you get commissions, and every once in a while you'll get like bonuses off of sales and stuff like that. And then at the very bottom there's that what we just talked about where it's like, oh, you have to still pay for the products, and we're going to have you try to shovel them, and if you get enough payments, maybe we'll send you something for free, and maybe we'll give you a quarter of the change that we make from it, right? So know your worth, know your tiers. Not all of them are
For
built
real
the
though.
same. But yeah,
Nope.
this is more having to do with StreamElements. But hey, StreamElements is still around. You can still use
They're still
StreamElements.
around, so people don't have to scramble to like figure out their alerts and where they're gonna
Hmm.
go. So, there's that at least. I
What do you
mean,
still use
yeah,
for
it's
alerts? Because like I know a lot of people that started doing the Twitch integrated alerts because it's just all in one place now.
yeah,
I still use Streamlabs. I know my friend Magsy still use Streamlabs.
I mix it. So I mainly use StreamElements for follower alerts. I was using Streamlabs for like Tiltify charity alerts until like I
But
reached
then,
like
like
some kind of
Tiltify has
weird
like their own
maximum.
built-in stuff now.
Well,
So
they do, but
yeah.
yeah, they're also integrated with Streamlabs and StreamElements. I use Streamlabs specifically for the charity donos because StreamElements stopped like working or being responsive, and I like maxed out the list
Hmm.
to select from because it includes individual and team and event campaigns, and it's like a whole thing.
Hmm.
And then I do use Twitch alerts for like channel points, like on-site stuff, hype
Okay, yeah, that
trains,
makes
things like
sense
that.
because that's really hard to integrate with like the third party stuff. I got you. I just still use Streamlabs because I haven't been
Mm,
bothered to move it over to anything.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like everything's had their own controversies too, so it's like whatever you use, I'm not gonna make anyone feel bad for it. It's just how it is.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, that's just kind of where we're at. But anyway, you want to talk a little bit about Toontown?
Oh man, let's talk about Toontown. What
I
do we have
saw
to talk about
this
Toontown?
first on Instagram, but I know it's been posted all over
It
different
is on
places as
Instagram and
well.
it's also in Discord. Yep.
And Joey
Hmm.
Zielzowski, uh,
Zio.
just say Joey Zio, showed this experimental trolley game that he's working on that he hopes to maybe eventually put into the game, where they took jungle vines and I mean, I would say they did a lot with it. So first of all, the first thing that I see is that okay, besides the redesign of the whole level, the bananas are a little bit more responsive, right? You can get kind of near one and it'll pick one up, which I think is
Yeah.
already a great
And it also
idea.
kind of like shrinks when you do pick it up if you
It's got that
barely
little
do notice that.
animation.
Yep.
The number
So
two is that you get that same jump distance no matter where on the vine you are and whether the vine
it's
is
so
going
nice.
forward or backward. So you can always make the jump. You don't have to wait for it to swing. You don't have to always be at the bottom. As long as like they want it to be a more maneuverable maze rather than a
Yeah.
physics
Yeah.
game. And I think I greatly appreciate that because it's
Mm,
a trolley game for fun. That's what it should be. You should be focusing on the fun part of it and not the annoying weird physics part of it. And I think that's pretty cool too. And then number three, just the elevated areas I think are really awesome as well, where you have like little checkpoints where you can stop and take a breath and not have to worry about the constant bombardment. And that's really cool too. And then one more thing, I think I saw when he did get hit, he didn't fall all the way down and get sent back like 3 vines. I don't know where it shows
mm.
him getting hit, but he got hit somewhere and all it did was like teleport him back to like the top of the vine he was just at. You see that it gets him right back there right away. He got hit by the bat and just is still here. I swear there was a part like right here. Yeah, he gets hit and it just bounces him back to the other one. There isn't like any fall down animation unless you actually fall. If you get hit by the spider, it bounces you and you're just bounced and then you try again. And it doesn't take up
Yeah.
too much time. See, he jumped and he hit the spider and it just bounced him right back. Like there are a lot of little things here and you jump back immediately. It looks so good.
Right.
And I know this
It
is all in
does.
like this is like a beta, this is in progress, but every
Yeah,
single
it's like
little detail I'm noticing, I'm like, "Ooh, that's so good. Ooh, that's so
yeah,
good.
what
Ooh,
what
that's
what
so
we have
good."
here is a early alpha peak and there's a lot of work to do. They really just wanted to, get a sense if they were moving in the right direction, and
Proof of
I think
concept,
that they
yeah.
are.
Mm.
Now, I was not a hater of the OG Jungle Vines, and I might get some hate for that. But I understand why people had their grievances with Jungle Vines. So, I think it's cool that we see like a new variant of it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that like the top of the vines are not just like the DG flowers, just like copy pasted in different color hues. I hope that they build off that a little bit more, but I don't know. Maybe this is a Daisy Gardens run.
That
I
would be
don't know.
interesting, yeah, like
Um,
to see it have different themes depending on where you are.
Yeah,
I mean, they
different
could,
jungle. I
if
don't
they
know.
really wanted to, they could flesh this out a lot. They could have a moving background that isn't just a flat PNG. They could,
Yeah,
they could do a lot with it. There's so much they could. It
yeah,
just depends on how far they want to go with it. If they just want to give
yeah,
it like a little physics makeover, or if they want to do the whole shebang.
yeah.
Because
And I
they've
think,
always been good
yeah,
about their new trolley games. Like I think the hide in the dark, the hide and seek one is one of the best
hmm
things that I've seen added to any Toontown period, right? Like literally any
yeah,
Toontown period.
yeah.
And I don't think it gets recognized enough for that.
Yeah, so I think that it's good to see them make it more of an actual 2D platformer. And I think it'd be cool maybe if they even added like a little hard to get spot golden banana kind of thing where you get
Oh
like
yeah, I've
extra
seen that be like one of the
comments.
recommended
Yeah.
things in the comments. They're like, well, if there's like a special banana worth extra points, and it could be you could go different paths or something like that. That could be
Mhm.
really cool. So, uh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's one of the things though, because we do have a second
Yes,
one.
we do.
We do, and this
So
one is
because of all
for
the
the maze
feedback,
game.
yeah, so because of all the feedback Joey was receiving about the rework, that it was such a good improvement, he wasn't going to share this, but they basically decided to give a Discord exclusive sneak peek in the Toontown Rewritten hub Discord, and they're looking at upgrading the maze game. This is in a much earlier
I would think it's
development than
so
Jungle
needed
Vines.
too. It's such a good
It
choice.
is. It is. So this is even earlier than the alpha peak that we got. Like this is bare bones that we're looking
Mm-hmm.
at. All the visuals are a placeholder. But some of the changes coming in the future to a trolley near you are procedural mazes. So they're different every time you play.
Which is, I think that's
Unique.
a lot better
Yeah.
worded because what it is it's AI generated, all right, but that sounds bad in today's day and age. But to be fair, it's the same thing that they already do with the ice skating and
hmm
the move and shakers. Whenever you go into a field office, is that they're generated when you hit that floor. It's still cut up into
Correct.
like 9 sections, but the placement of all the obstacles and everything changes every
Yep.
single time. Keeps
Right.
it new,
So
keeps it fresh, doesn't feel the
yeah, it
same
makes
each way.
sense. They could bring that over to like the maze game, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We have unique treasure and environment designs for each playground. They mentioned that treasures are going to be magnetized towards tunes, so maybe
So
you
you
don't
see
have
it
to
kind of
like,
like, yeah, you don't have to stand exactly on it, or like it's what it is I'll go
yeah,
back a little bit. I don't know if it's actually showcased here,
like
but
right
as you
here.
cut
Yeah,
this corner, this one right here is grabbed. So like
yeah,
you don't actually
exactly.
have to step on it. It still grabs it just when you get near it, and I think that's really nice.
Yep. They also want the camera to be constrained to just the maze bounds, so no like out of bounds nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And then you might be able to see in this video a new mechanic with pies. So
I liked
it's
that.
giving me
I saw
Pac-Man.
that. There's a pie. You pick it up and you can throw it at the cog. I
You
don't know if
throw
you're
it.
throwing it, because from what I can tell, is it's just like a buffer. You hold it in your hand,
Yeah.
and if a cog
So
hits you,
yep,
then it automatically throws it. Right?
yep,
It's
that's
like a
it.
shield. I think is a good way
When you
to think of
hold
it.
when you hold a pie, you'll launch cogs into the air instead of them launching you into the air. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like the reverse. As long as you have the pie,
So you don't have to worry
then
about
you're
aiming it or anything. You just hold on to it, and that's your buffer.
yeah, so I mean, this looks pretty cool.
It's
Like, not
good.
gonna
This is
lie, I think it's good.
good.
I think it's a good direction. I mean, I have literally gone to so many Toon Fests now where they've talked about like, new trolley ideas or projects or like
Mm-hmm.
mini games, and it's something that I think we've been looking forward to for a very long time. So I'm glad that in the midst of Toontown Rewritten working on like Clear Coast and really focusing on that they're
Mm-hmm.
also taking time to focus on stuff like this on the side where they basically like you know improve trolley games because I think that's what they're doing. So
Yeah, and I think it's a great idea. I think it looks really good. I think that they did a good job with it. So,
and he's even dancing at the end. You can't see it because of the UI, but the tune dances at the end, so that's always a nice touch.
mm-hmm. So that's
Yep.
a big thumbs up for me. I see zero downsides. I love all of this. I
No,
think all of it looks
exactly.
great.
It does. So kudos to Toontown Rewritten for that. And also, I don't know if we're also going to mention some other TTR news.
Is there other
Question mark.
TTR news?
I was going to mention that they have launched a brand new makeshift campaign. Have you seen the makeshift
we can
campaign?
shout that out. It's here. We might as well. Yeah.
It is Gags and Gears for Good, which if you don't know is basically their charity initiative to like bring projects to life in order to like fundraise for a good cause, and all the profits of course go to the charity.
Of
So
course.
the newest campaign with Makeship in partnership with them in support of the Child's Play charity are these shirts. They have these stylish short sleeve and long sleeve t-shirts. So the short sleeve shirt, actually this isn't the world premiere of it, because in a interview with Panda Phil Plays, another Toontown Rewritten creator, Joey actually wore the shirt on his interview, and
Oh,
that was like the first
nice.
time it was like actually premiered. Fun fact, I watched that interview, so like I've seen the shirt before and it looks really good with Lucy tires and the go-kart. And then on the right-hand side, this is a Toon News for the Amused long sleeve t-shirt with the slogan on the sleeves and the cool little TV in the middle there. I think that these are super awesome and super cool. The campaign for this is going on until August 22nd at 5 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Eastern.
It says
So
the
basically
21st, but just know there's the
21st,
22nd.
22nd, like end of day 21st.
3 weeks is all you need to know.
Yeah, and I mean, if Toontown Rewritten feels they need to, they could also extend it, which is what we saw Corporate Clash do with the Rainmaker plushie and the Deep Diver plush keychain, which both ended up getting fully funded. And then they have all the disclaimers and everything in the blog post. So I would consult that for more information in terms of like shipping. If you want to send it to someone within Child's Play, you can do that to send it to like a kid. And yeah, 100% of the proceeds get donated to Child's Play charity. And you can buy them right now. You can choose whatever size you want. There isn't a color option, so
I
this
think
is
I
the
like the
color that
colors
it
the way
is.
they are. I do. The
I
crimson is
think so too.
nice.
The crimson is nice. And yeah, the price of the Crack Up Auto Repair T-shirt at its base value is $29.99. And the long sleeve t-shirt is based at $34.99. So together it is a total price of $64.98, because 99
Plus
plus
shipping and
99.
tax.
And then that is before you get into the shipping cost and the tariff fee that Makeship has. So really, I can take a look right now at how long this would.
Oh, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to
Well, it's
know.
too bad. I'm gonna let you know because everybody might be curious. So I'm doing my clicking around in my research right now, so we know if now this is technically to my location. Maybe shipping can
Yeah, it might be
vary
different
depending on
depending
where
on where
you
you
are.
are. That varies between
Correct.
like $5 to $10 maybe at the most, if you're
Okay,
lucky.
but yep, so here we go. So when I look at my current location, which I'm not going to order it, I'm moving. I'm not going to
You'd
order it.
show up, nobody's gonna be there.
But if I ordered it here, it would be the 64.98, and then standard shipping will cost $20.98, which includes the $12.98 shipping cost and the $8 tariff fee.
Okay, well if it's
Meaning,
together, it's a 20. Yeah, I can
so
understand.
there's that. And then the estimated taxes on top of that are an extra $5. So when it all adds up,
Taxes. Why do
when
we
it
even
all adds up,
have that war in 1776, dude? What's the point?
no taxation without representation. So
Exactly.
so if I wanted to pay the entire amount, it would be $91.40 for both of these. And if I wanted to pay in 4 installments, it would be like $22. Remember, it all goes to charity. However, the only caveat to stuff like this is that, when you think of a charity donation, you might get like your tax receipt for it so you can write it off. But that's not what this is. You're purchasing a
You're still
product.
making a purchase,
It's
yeah.
going to the charity, but that's being handled on Toontown Rewritten's 501c3 end. So that is that's on them, but you're contributing to a lot of money that does get raised. The blog post does mention, actually, it's the previous blog post from the Gags and Gears one that is also a Gags and Gears blog post, and it basically recapped their last makeshift campaign. Their last makeshift campaign was for the Flippy and Flunky plushies. In those campaigns, 1,936 Flippy plushies were sold, and 1,550 Flunky plushies were sold, which raised $31,284.45 for Child's Play charity. So Toontown Rewritten and Child's Play have this awesome partnership going on. And right now, so this episode goes up August 6th. So I will mention
God willing, if
that
I can get it rendered in time.
if we can get it rendered in time. So I'll go ahead and mention that until August the 7th, if you go on Toontown Rewritten, you can enter in 2 codes, Flippy-Gift and Flunky-Gift, and you can get a Toon Hall Flippy top hat and a Flunky like necktie with like the Resistance Ranger logo and a patch over it, which are really cute. And they are also putting those items permanently in the catalog in case you do miss entering in those codes. So if you're watching this after the 7th, don't worry, it's in the rotation. I've actually already seen the Toon Hall top hat in the catalog. So it depends on what series it is. But yeah, actually, so on top of this, can we go to the Toontown Rewritten website for a moment and go to that?
I will. But one thing I wanted to ask you was, if you had to choose one of these, which one are you choosing? You could only choose
if I had
one.
If I had to choose one, honestly, I would get the Toon News for the News shirt.
Oh, I'm going on the left.
Say,
I don't know. It's just
good.
I like the animation. I do. I guess
it's so cute.
The
art style.
The art style. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Listen, I'm not a furry, but it's a good aesthetic. I don't know. The cart. No. I know it's the cart from the kart racing, but it just reminds me of like the demon cart from Kingdom Hearts 2. You know the one.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the one. Both of these are shipping in late October, Makeship said. But yeah, the second blog post, Gags and Gears, the one with Flippy in it. Yeah, so if you scroll down, they actually did an update to the game that I do want to call out one part of it. It's that second section about doodles. Y'all might have missed that training your doodles is now actually easier. They have added some speed chat buttons to the details panel of your doodle tricks. So,
so you don't have to keep on clicking the drop down.
You can menu and then drop down
over here.
So when you click on your doodle and you click the arrow and it shows your progress of all your tricks. There are speed chat buttons that will allow you to automatically like say that trick. You just click one button and you've done it. They've also reordered the phrases in the drop down menu to match the order of the doodle trick panel.
Nice.
But people might have missed this part of their latest update, so I wanted to call it out, in addition to like the accessories now being added from the Gags and Gears for Good Flippy Flunky campaign.
Nice.
So it was a very nice, welcome, quality of life feature that I did notice get called out in my chat when I was like entering in the codes. And then also they added the gold anti-cog control hat to Series 7 of the catalog, which was also like a previous code item. So they're making these limited items that used to be behind codes now more widely accessible, which I think is pretty good. So
yeah, it's like eventually, it's like you could have been one of the first people to get it, or you could just get it eventually. You know, like get it early now with the code, or it'll come out into the rest of everybody else later on. They did that with the Cartoonival items. They did that all the way back with the Toonfest items back in like 2005, 2006, where we got it was the Jelly Bean backpack. You remember the Jelly Bean backpack that you got from like the first Toonfest, and then later on it was available in the Cartoonival. So yeah, they've been doing this kind of thing for a while. This ain't nothing new. So anyone who's out there worried, don't worry about it. This isn't new.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as I know, that's it for TTR news. Unless there's anything else you got.
That's all I got.
On the other side of it, there is some more actual Toontown stuff to talk about. You got a good hands-on for quite a while as well with Toontown Event Horizon. Now this is going to be like an actual server that has server things, multiple people on it, task line, gag training, etc. But one of their biggest selling points is this tower, which is kind of like a roguelike, but kind of sort of not really, but still is. And so this is just my little spiel while I set you up to be able to sit down, and because you're the one who played it, you're the one who has time with it and can give all your thoughts.
I mean, I can also explain more about Event Horizon because some people might not actually know about it, but do your spiel first.
That's my spiel. Michael got to play it. This is something we've both had.
This is the part where the game crashed. That's awesome.
That's because so cool. That didn't happen.
Basically, because it's because like they have like friend codes in the game. game, but it wasn't working
I'll
properly.
start it at the good
So
part and
that
let you go.
wonderful. So this is the Infinisuite. So basically, Toontown Event Horizon is this project that has honestly been in development since like 2022. All right, it's actually been in the works for quite some time, and we watched, and you have a video up on some of their like Horizon talks, like when they actually had like gameplay to show then. And this was the latest early preview build. Look at how different the short change looks.
Oh yeah,
and
it's I mean it's much
all
different.
the cogs.
Like
So
complete overhaul.
basically, let me kind of explain this, because Toontown Event Horizon is not intended to like just be another revamped recreation of Toontown Online. Yes, it is like a fan-made MMO, but what we're looking at is actually like a roguelike, which is what the Infinisuite is.
Yeah, the
So
Infinisuite works like a roguelike.
it does, yeah.
And that's
And
just one
this is
section of the server as a whole.
yeah. So basically, they're kind of divvying the story up in arcs, and arc 0 is where the dreamscape is, which is what you saw at the beginning with all the tunes hanging out. It's also at the end of this like video that I just took the gameplay from my stream and just copied and pasted it to YouTube. I didn't do anything fancy with it,
Nothing
and
wrong with that. Nothing at all.
it's got a couple thousand views because everyone wants to see what's up. So pretty much, the whole story here is that Sir Squigs on Twitch was doing a Q&A, developer Q&A with like some of the leadership team behind Toontown Event Horizon, and that was like advertised, planned, and conducted. But what nobody knew except people behind the scenes and me, was that we were gonna hop on the QA build and unveil some gameplay for the first time.
Nice.
And yeah, so like pretty much for me, I kind of threw my hat in the ring to like join QA, because it had been a while since I'd been behind any sort of Toontown project in any capacity. Almost a decade. And I saw what Event Horizon was planning, and I think it's really cool, and I want to help them. So basically, getting more into Event Horizon, Arc 0 is like all about the dreamscape, which is what you saw there, where pretty much like this is this story-driven scenario. It's like a new world. It's like, Toontown is kind of like not what it is anymore, and now we have this dreamscape. There's major story arcs that will be expanded on throughout the future, and this taps into Arc 0, which is the preliminary stage of the game's story. So when players actually escape the dreamscape, how that happens, who knows, they'll find themselves in like that story-driven scenario. There's going to be entirely original places to explore, but the Infinisuite will be available to all players at all times, like regardless of where they are in this like eventual story level. Yeah. But from the beginning, like I don't know what tasks look like or anything, but this is like an entirely fully fledged like original fan game that essentially is acknowledging Toontown Online as part of its history, but it's meant to be more than just like another private server. It's not necessarily like another Rewritten or a Clash. It's like a whole experience, and that's kind of
the way I like
been
to see something like this
like hinted at.
is creating their own game using the building blocks of Toontown. So there's still tunes, there's still cogs, but things that are familiar, but the game itself is different. Does that make sense?
So here we're touring the scrapyard, which you can see is pretty inspired by like Goofy Speedway, but kind of gives that like Mad Max vibe to it a little bit, with some of the like graffiti and the rustic. And the cool thing is that even these elevators are like thematic. It's not just a cog building elevator.
Yeah.
They have their own animation. The door lifts up here. Sometimes the doors spin out and they open. We're going to like the next floor of the Infinisuite scrapyard, and there's multiple floors per block. And the block, it's kind of like Slay the Spire. I'm gonna be honest with you, where like you have the map, and like when you get to the break room, you select one of two areas to go to next with like different status effects and different things that you can get, which are like figments that you can use to spend on the gag shop, and cards, which you'll see here in just a moment. We have like deck building elements going into it. So this is us completing the first floor. I do say. So we're going up to the rest floor, which is the break room. We get figments depending on how many turns were spent, what our score was, and
it's like
even
turns
speed
spent.
is a
The
little bit of a
par is
factor.
12. That's the
Yeah.
estimate that you're aiming for.
Exactly. So right here is my first ever like moment seeing the break room. The music is super stunning. It's all original, of course, which caught me off guard. We got
And all that
our
original
first
art as well. Oh,
yeah,
mwah.
we get like original art. We get like starter cards here pretty much after the first floor. And we
And there's
get the Gag Up
splits. You can
Unite.
choose which way you want to go.
Yep. So
Toonlantis, Fabled
you get
Forest.
you get plenty of time in the break room. 600 seconds is 10 minutes, right? So
That
you
is a
get
long
time.
time.
This game is like good to like strategize with your team in terms of how you want to spend your own figments. We got like original art with the posters, giving that like corporate clash Toontown schoolhouse kind of vibe a little bit. We got the menu. Keep in mind this is all preview. It's not final. Things can obviously change, but you do have the Astrobots. You'll see more of them in the video. We have the deck loadout where as you buy cards, you can swap things in and out. The star is where you can put a legendary card. And you can use figments to purchase like rare card packs or legendary card packs, and they all do different things. There's not all the cards have all the art yet, but that's like one of many things they have to work on. So you can see you can level up your gags, you can unlock more gag tracks. You can see level 8 gags, and we have I think 9 gag tracks there if I'm looking at it right,
Yeah, I
including
mean, it looks like the
Atomic
addition
and
of
Bonk.
Atomic and Bonk, yeah.
Yep. So you have all kinds of new gags, all kinds of crazy new stuff. And like pretty much it's, they have something really good built out here, but the infrastructure is pretty basic at this point, which is why we don't have a release date. We don't know when this is going to be ready because even though the game looks so like full, there's a lot of polishing.
Yeah,
There
there's
were
a
a lot of
lot of
bugs that we
polish.
noticed.
That's like that's the big difference
Yeah.
between like a game that is just released and a game that is really cared for is the
Yeah.
polish.
And honestly, when every single person was on the game that had access to it and we were all crowding a district, there were like problems loading into districts just for like 30 people. So like imagine hundreds, maybe thousands of people trying this game for the first time. That's a lot of infrastructure they have to get prepared for it.
Online networking
So
is really complicated. Like if
it's
you are making your
complex.
your first ever video game, stick to single player, okay? Unless you're really up for a
Right.
challenge, netcode is garbage.
Yeah. So you can see those stars on the right. Those are the figments. And when you hover over gags, it'll tell you information about what it does, what rounds does what. It's just like if you were hovering over like statuses or anything like that. And then here I am exploring the break room pretty much. My tune has like sparkles and like the feet are different. Like there's what I have to say that I
You
didn't
got some
showcase in this video.
toes.
I do have some toes. The way that you can customize your tune in this game is going to be so much fun for everybody. I love yeah, I'm sitting on a beanbag. That's pretty cool. Like yeah, you can spend figments to fully heal your team if you want.
Nice.
So
And
yeah,
you
the
only need
lobster
one
chair.
person to do it.
Right. Yeah. Everyone's going crazy in chat over the lobster chair there. That's also really fun to sit in. Yeah. And like the dog ears, you can make them different. You can make them more like Tom and Jerry cartoony with a lot of the species and the ears and the muzzles and stuff like that. You have species like wolf, opossum, dragon, dinosaur, a lot of like, chicken, of course, like some of the OG ones like that didn't see the light of day. Like there's just a lot even a moth. I mean, it's so interesting what kind of species they've thrown into this game. And like I did end up showing Make a Tune on my like stream. Also, Sir Squigs went through a lot more in depth on the Make a Tune creation process, and you can actually see the creation process on a Horizon Talks, which is on the Toontown Event Horizon YouTube channel. I publish this video in collaboration with the Toontown Event Horizon channel. So you can go check out their channel. You can see a lot of the soundtracks for a lot of the areas. And they have the music's dynamic depending on if it's like a boss or floor or if it's just like a floor where you're battling the cogs. The Astrobots are the new cog type, and they just have so much different like personality. The next area we went to was Toonlantis. There's the Cryogenist, which was one of the new Astrobots that we discovered.
Oh, I get
He's so
it.
sad.
So
Oh no.
sad.
Yeah, but this is how like the cards started coming into play. So the first bit of the gameplay you saw was floor 1 without any cards, but here now we're actually like seeing how much energy we can spend, how many cards are in our deck, how many we've discarded. We can hover over to see what cards do. We can deal damage to the cogs or heal over time. What I want to call out is the cog health bar. You see the red blinking part of the health bar.
Hmm.
It's I forget what it's called, but it's like predictive in the sense where it's like
It
as
shows
people
you
are
how much
selecting
like
stuff,
damage it will do
yeah,
before the
you
turn actually
see that.
starts, so you don't have to do the math in your head. It'll show you the
Yes.
consequence of the turn before you
Yes.
do the turn, so that you can all strategize a little bit better. And that way you can even strategize
Yeah.
without talking.
Right. And you get a full minute basically to like strategize.
Hmm.
So it's excuse me. I moved my camera to show how much the cards I had and the energy, but yeah, I mean the battling is fluid and swift. Like you don't have to wait for one gag to be used for another one to be used. Sometimes you can use multiple gags in a single turn via your tune being a hologram. Like it's so quick and there's a lot that happens and a lot of statuses to keep track of. And it's a roguelike, you know? And I
It's
freaking
a
love it. It's
roguelike.
so much fun. And I mean, we saw like, yes, you know, I know Grindworks is kind of like not developing anymore, but you know,
Hmm.
we saw how Grindworks kind of like took this concept of like the roguelike and ran with it. And now we're kind of seeing it in this Arc Zero segment of Event Horizon, which is pretty much all that they've been developing. Silly little camera glitch here, but you know, again, it's very much like in QA testing. It's being developed. It's very early still, even after all these years. I mean, we don't have AAA budget to like work on this game, you know. But look at that, you can swim in the water in the like floor of like where you're battling when you're like, you know, it's kind of like exploring a cog building, but like there's
Yeah.
actually interactive stuff to do, which is super fun.
And I feel like if
Um,
they could probably go one step further and even leave little hidden stuff for you to find floor to floor. Like you pick up
I
some
was
extra
saying this. Like,
fragments, or you pick up an
what if
extra
we
gag or something.
what if we get like an equivalent of like hidden Mickeys like scattered throughout the dreamscape or something like that to collect
Yeah.
for, I don't know, achievement, or maybe you start floor 1 with like some cool like little status. You know how like when you start Slay the Spire runs and you're like,
Need like
okay,
a
I'm gonna
relic
like
or
lose
something.
gold, start with the relic. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
that'd be kind of cool, you know?
Yeah.
So there's so much like potential, and all these like playground environments are original. They have their own music that sound
Oh
amazing.
yeah.
Like
We've gone over some of the music too. Like it
we
all
have.
sounds great.
I am just like so infatuated. Like I could not like stop playing this game. I still can't stop playing this game. The QA testing like apps are kind of like closed essentially, so like you can't apply right now. I
Hmm.
applied when I like saw the form essentially.
They want
Um
people who that they know are there to actually help, not people that are like, I want my hands on the game. I
yeah,
just
it's
want to
more than just
play.
getting your hands on the game.
QA
Also,
is
that's a
is a
lot of
job,
emotes.
guys. You don't just go and play games. You gotta take notes. You gotta report
Yeah,
bugs.
look at how the
You gotta.
doors opened like a cabin. That was cool, right? The loan shark is so creepy, man. Those teeth
Hmm.
are, man, it's just so cool. I just, oh, and the snowman tune in the background. Yeah, this is an example of a card that doesn't have art on it yet. They're still working on some of the art. But oh, it's just so cool. Like there was a card that like made a tune act as a guardian and selected another tune to like shield. And then there is also a block button, so you get like a 30% like defense increase, so you take less damage. Hey, there's the Discord
Hey,
server link
psst,
if anyone wants to
join the
join the
Discord.
Discord.
Psst.
Thank you, admin in all caps. Um, yeah, but I mean, when you're watching this gameplay, what are some of your like first impressions? Because is this the first time you're watching the gameplay? Since I don't think you were.
Not yeah,
What?
I like kind of popped into your stream here and there to see what
Okay.
was going on, but I was pretty predisposed that day. But I wanted to like
Also, I'm
take a
using a
look here and
skateboard.
there.
Skateboard.
Let's go
Skateboard. Skateboard.
skateboard.
Skateboard. Okay.
Like
Continue.
the first thing that really pops out to me that takes me by the eyeballs and says, look at this, is just the stylization of everything. How all
Yeah.
of the cogs look different and unique, how all of the gags have their own hand-drawn animations, how all the tunes have their own unique new styles. The rat or whatever that is, mouse looks
It's an
different.
opossum, yeah.
That's the opossum? Okay, well, maybe they need to work on that a little bit, more.
Maybe.
It looks like a rat.
Yeah, I know it does. I've been giving
possums
like,
are basically just rats, let's be honest.
yeah,
But
it's giving Tom and Jerry. I like the whiskers a lot, anyways.
Ever since like we saw the start of the Infinite Suite, how every single floor is something unique and different, it's something that makes you intrigued and you want to know more about it and you want to experience it. Like, we've probably done over 1,000 cog buildings, you and me, in our lifetime, right? But like, to be able to finally see a floor in an environment that's new and different and inviting, and cogs that are new and different and have different abilities and things you actually have to strategize for. It is all so appealing to somebody who loves games like this. I mean, that's me. I'm one of those people. But you know, the new gags and everything all coming together to create a new experience is something that you can't just get from watching it, you know? So
Exactly.
definitely
There's
makes
only
me
so
want to
much
be able
that-
to give it a shot once it comes out. Full show.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wish I had that info to break to you, but
That's
I don't.
okay.
No,
I'm patient.
no breaking news here.
I'm okay. I've been waiting on Clear Coasts for years now, and I'm still being patient on that too.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you can do everything before locking in your gag, changing which target you want as strategies keep being built. You know, Squirt does more than just like, deal damage. You can actually heal other players with it.
Interesting.
It's it's pretty freaking cool. And oh yeah, we started when you can click on the screen over the elevators to see what statuses are in that floor or in
and because you can choose different floors to go to, you use the statuses to decide, do we want to do this?
So like
do we want to do that?
Atmosphere means that like every turn tunes take 3 damage over time. So that's what you're dealing with in that next section of the Infinite Suite, and it truly does keep going, and it does get harder and harder the further you do go.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the Infinite Suite. You think it goes forever, right?
Yeah. So this is High Noon Town, which I think is a hilarious name. And you got the saloon there. There's another one of the Astrobots over there. The downsizer looks very poised. The Mr. Hollywood, with the shades, of course. You got to have the shades on the Hollywood. I'm just jamming to the music. Don't mind me because it's so good, man. It's so good. I mean, so much love and attention has already been put into this game and is continuing to be put into this game. So I'm very impressed by what they have going on here. The holo cards are super fun to use. The new gags are just so much fun. I haven't even like explored all of them yet. They're just so much fun to like.
What's the gimmick
check
with
out.
Atomic and Bonk? What makes them special?
I mean, aside from them being like a new like gag track and stuff, and like the new gags and everything, like with Bonk, there's some really funny items. Like you could use like a frying pan or a baseball bat to just literally cartoon Bonk like the cogs for like a good massive amount of damage. With Atomic, that does like get into some like damage over time stuff and can like spread amongst like the different cogs and things. It's honestly pretty cool to see, like, because I remember when like back in the day Universal was like trying out spin gags and people were kind of like intrigued and excited by that. But like these gag tracks are already pretty well integrated. Like there wasn't really too much of a like, I don't know, learning curve, or it wasn't all like just weird to use. And hey, on the Toontown Event Horizon YouTube channel, they have a spotlight all about Atomic gags from like 4 years ago if you want to see the early days of gameplay, which it looks way different back then, I'll tell you that. Like, I mean, we got footage from like the CFO vault essentially, but like you got like ray guns, you got like cogs that are like level 1.1 or level 10 plus 1. Like, what does all that mean, right? Like, there's just so many different things that are going on, and yeah, it's It's really cool because like when you attack like one cog, it deals damage to like another. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, and I'll just
It's
like kind of piggyback off of the whole damage over time. The reason why it didn't work as well in Tooniversal is because the only thing they did in Tooniversal was just plug it in to an already existing formula where it doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. Where damage over time thrives is, think of your typical turn-based RPG that you're usually playing single player on, like your Mario and Luigi, whatever, Partners in Time, Superstar Saga, stuff like that, where you
Yeah.
are usually fighting enemies and bosses that are taking 7, 8, 9 turns in order to defeat, right? And that's
Yeah.
where a damage over time helps you set up to do more damage as time goes on. You get a couple of those going, and then you set up your big hit, or maybe the enemies go through phases where they put up defense, but you can have the damage through over time go on through that defense, right? Like there are
Yeah.
places where that works, and it just never worked in Toontown because in Toontown every cog can be defeated in one turn. You wouldn't need damage over time because there was no overtime. If you could defeat it in one
Mhm.
turn with another gag, you would just defeat it in one turn with another gag. Like the whole strategy in Toontown is we have a row of cogs. How many of them can we take out in this turn? Is it one? Is it two? Is it
Mhm.
all of them? Can we use sound and wipe the whole thing? Can we lure and take out this one with this trap and birthday cake that one? So when you have a situation where a gag does damage over time, it is
Yeah.
useful never. Just never. But then you get something like this where as you go on and you get to higher levels, the cogs are more powerful. You're not going to take them out in one hit. That's where you're going to start seeing a damage over time be more,
Yeah.
fruitful. It's going to have more
Yeah.
utilization, especially when there's
Yeah.
bosses, right? You get that one
Yeah.
cog that has 500 health or
Yep.
whatever
The
that
bosses
is.
are really cool in this game
Mhm.
too, with their own unique, abilities and stuff like that. Let me give the proper explanation for Bonk and Atomic from the wiki
There
because they
you
have a
go.
wiki for Toon
Mhm.
Tournament Horizon. Bonk is on the fifth. Well, I think they've like adjusted where the gags are, but Bonk is medium damage and it can also help trigger trap. I don't know if you've noticed, but um, trap, you can set it down and then like after the cogs attack, then they activate. You don't have to lure the cogs in order to activate a trap gag. And then
Interesting.
using bonk will apply the stagger effect to lower the accuracy of cog attacks because they just got bonked like in the cartoons. And then with
Because it's kind
atomic,
of like how the lure worked
yeah,
in like Grindworks, where it's like you could
yeah.
use the group lure and it would lower accuracy as opposed to stunning them.
Yeah, and then here I'm using the ray gun, which does 36 damage and 36 atoms. So pretty much, it does low base damage, but applies atoms to the attacked cog, and then using atomic on a cog that already has atoms triggers an atomic blast, which deals additional damage and then spreads atoms to other cogs. And then cogs with the
Hmm.
atoms pretty much like cycle through different debuffs each round. So there's plutonium, which lowers attack damage, actinium for lowering accuracy, curium for the cog damaging itself, and then thorium for cogs attacking other cogs, kind of like how we see with Toontown Rewritten's remote controls. So a lot of inspiration does derive from things like Rewritten and Clash, but this is like its own entity essentially with
Yeah.
how they do it. They have 9, gag tracks and stuff like that. I've noticed that like sound is pretty reliant on in the Infinite Suite.
I mean,
So I'm
whenever you have
curious
something that
to
hits
like see
multiple
how that
cogs
balance
and
goes.
it's, like there are multiple cogs, it's
Yeah.
gonna make sense. The only time you're not gonna the
Uh-huh.
only time you're gonna see sound not be powerful is when it's one cog with big health. And that's just
Yeah.
always true. Even when we played through Grindworks, when that was just like the big thing
Yeah.
everyone was doing, the strat
I
was always to get good sound and to maximize your sound
mhm.
points and clear them all out with sound.
I do want to call out Jake on the left of the tunes lined up is holding on. So when you lose all your
Oh,
laugh
he
meters,
died. I mean, he's
he dies,
sad.
but he goes sad, but he doesn't actually go sad.
You don't
So
lose
if
until
anyone
everybody dies, right?
essentially, so tunes that reach below one laugh are put into like this downed state. You can't use gags. The cogs don't attack the downed tune, and it expires after a few turns. But you can shorten the recovery time with the use of like tune-up gags. So I mean, you can also use squirt because that also heals other players. A single toon can be downed a maximum of 3 times in the same battle, after which they do go sad. The maximum amount of life a toon will be decreased after every single time the toon emerges from a down state, only returning to true max laugh after the fight ends, or if the toon has fled and gone back to the dreamscape. Also, the phrases in the speed chat, unrelated, you can type out your own phrases. I didn't
And
know
then
this
save
until
them.
this moment. And you save them. So then you can just like say whatever you want instead of having
And
to
then
buy
have
them
it on
from
a
a catalog.
shortcut.
And have it on a shortcut. Yeah, but it does have to
Nice.
follow the whitelist. So
Of
you can't just
course.
type whatever you want. But yeah, it's like holding on is like a big mechanic that they've been teasing for a long time. So it's kind of cool to see how it works. And yeah, I have a frying pan there. I have this, fly swatter. I was using like a solar flare at one point. So after this playground,
Mhm.
we yapped in the break room and then we kind of ended, but we like waited to see what would happen if the time expired in the break room for the elevators, and we found out it just pulls you into one of the elevators and that's your next floor.
Just good luck.
So
It's kind of
yeah,
random.
yeah, so it's pretty close to the end here. It's a little bit further
It's gotta be
back.
like
Yep.
right.
So
Yeah, like
uh-huh.
right.
Yep, right there. Yeah, so we pretty
3,
much get
2,
3, 2, 1.
1.
And then we just
Whoop.
automatically get pulled to the left. And this was a neat little area because so what people might not have picked up on is that I was being sneaky here. So we
You're being
had determined,
sneaky.
yes, we had determined that we were gonna like stop there. So everybody hit the run button and left. But I was like, well, what if I just silently didn't say anything to the VC? But what if I just like picked a gag and
What if
saw
I
what
just kept
happened?
playing?
Because I was like, the music is pretty nice. Let's, level 15 version 1.1. What the heck is going on? Let me see what happens. So in like 30 seconds, I basically am the only one left, and I select a gag. I use the legendary solar flare card here as well, by the way, which I picked up on. And it allowed me to literally gain a bonus solar flare, which is a level 5 atomic gag.
Hmm.
And yeah, here I am picking a cog I want to use it on. I'm by myself. I have no hope, even with like 3153 laugh or whatever. So I'm using Aurora Borealis and Solar Flare for massive damage, except these cogs are like really
Beefy.
strong
Yep.
and stuff. So then I accidentally figured out what happens if you go sad. Because, if you're the only tune holding on, the run is over.
Yep.
If all the tunes are holding on, the run is over. So here I go sad,
They
and
fly
instead of
away.
just
Where are they
holding on,
going?
they fly away. You go sad, and you go back to the dreamscape. That's what happens. And
Thank you for your
we haven't.
contribution. That is a
Yeah,
good looking area.
It's actually really cool. And advancing further along in the video, you'll see me running around. If you sit on a bench or even the trolley, you get to like see different perspectives, camera views of like the area. You can see a lot of the new species here too.
Oh yeah, I saw someone as the
In like this
dragon. There's
gathering,
the
you got the wolf.
pterodactyl.
Yeah, it's the dinosaur tune there, and the gloves have like fingers and like that you can customize the glove colors and stuff like that. And then, oh yeah, if you go a little bit further back, just by a tad, basically like the oh yeah, you have like the cash bot safe there. You have this oil like river here that does damage, you can jump to these like cog islands essentially, because the way jumping works in the dreamscape, if you just tap the spacebar, it's a tiny jump. If you hold the spacebar, it's like low
Ah,
gravity.
so it's a
So the way you
Mario
jump,
jump.
it's like a Mario jump. That's right. And you can see the ellipses over tunes that are actively typing, which is really cool. Just like the little things like that already pop out. There is a moment where they say, "Have you seen like the back of the Infinisuite?" And I said no. And I pretty much was like, "Oh, let me see what's back there." And it was a little sign that said, "Ron Way Bozo." So they pranked me, and then pretty much
Oh, that's
like
why you said
whenever
you've
you
been
like,
pranked. I remember seeing that.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then whenever you fall off the edge of like the dreamscape or anything, so like yeah,
That's what it is.
so
So yeah, there's the wrong
that's the
way,
sign.
bozo.
And then yeah, so they lead me back here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much I was just like, this is my honest reaction, and I jump off and it goes you, and then you respawn into the dreamscape. So you don't get any penalty, you don't go sad for falling off the dreamscape, but you just kind of respawn here, and they have the different cog islands. It's basically like half of the dreamscape is toony, half of the dreamscape is cogs, because they kind of mesh together into the Infinite Suite. So, which is why, like, on the right you have the squirt flower, on the left you have like the Cellbot pipes thing kind of going on. But yeah, it was really cool to explore. The title screen is really cool of the Infinite Suite. Like, I don't know, it's really sick. You got the rabbit with
well
the
done.
droopy ears.
Oh, that actually looks like a good Toon rabbit. Like, it looks, I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe it.
it's
Like a Toon
cartoony.
rabbit.
Yeah. Like, the way that you can customize your Toon is just so freaking cool. We didn't have like accessories that we could put on, but I'm pretty sure those are in the horizon
works.
soon.
On
all
the
the
horizon.
Toons on the horizons. I know. I have to stop myself from saying that so much. Yeah, like, basically, there's just like, so many ways to just, you can color your clothing with the color palette. If you have accessories, you can check that out. You got like lore, battle mechanic explanations, different settings. I even turned on Discord Rich Presence here. I was like, wait, you can have Discord Rich Presence, and it works. So if you see my profile on Discord, you can see that
You're
am in
on the
Toontown
Infinite
Event
Suite,
Horizon.
you're on floor A, and you've
exactly.
got 12 health left.
So it actually works. And I mean, like, the fact that this is Arc Zero, this is like a part of what the game aspires to become.
Pre-game.
Yeah, these are all the astrobots we ended up encountering, every single one of them, including the change agent boss. So
nice.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing there. I like the Rocketeer's design. It's really cool, the rocket ship head. Because it's very much like in the theme of Event Horizon. And yeah, it's just like a little cog gallery in this little part.
That's the baseball guy, right? That's
the baseball guy. The
baseball
Cashbot guy is like the slot guy, and then the Lawbots. I think we ended up encountering the Lawbot boss, if I remember. Flamestormer was really cool. And then Bondholder for the boss bots. So
nice.
Yeah, there's still a lot I haven't even shown off on stream. And for me, at least as a creator, like, they are open to me doing more streams. It's just a matter of like being intentional about like what the team is open to unveiling. So, I don't want to overstep it because I'm just a measly QA guy. There's the sheep tune. That's the chameleon tune, pepper chips.
Oh, that looked like the devil. I'm gonna be so real. I'm like, oh, it's a demon.
What's up? Yeah. Right, and then the raccoon, yep, the horse. And then the suggested video is just like a short that I put up. I'm gonna put a few of them up to relate it to this video so people can like continue to watch the gameplay. But yeah, I mean, the reception has been really good so far. Only like one negative comment at the end that's just like, this will die out like Clash, whatever.
There's
like,
always people who do that. You should see my negative comments. They're crazy. People literally interact with things they don't like, and I don't understand. I mean, I understand, which is why I make content, because I'm like, those people are paying my bills. But like the human psychology of people who will willingly interact with something that they hate is astounding to me.
For sure. So that's a look at Toontown Event Horizons. You can go watch the full video on my YouTube channel if you want. It's also on Twitch. I'm going to be posting some clips around from that stream, and hopefully maybe there will be more clips and more streams. Basically new Toon species, new cogs, revamped gag tracks. Also, if you didn't notice, 100% gag accuracy, so nothing was missing ever in that gameplay. And very much still, a work in progress, but it's something that the community has and will continue to look forward to, I think. And I get to be a small part of it, helping them squash some bugs. So I'm really stoked about it. And, I look forward to eventually sharing even more like fun gameplay in the months and years to come, and hopefully we can get more people playing this game. But first, our server needs to
the game needs to be up first.
it really needs some. There's a lot more that has to go on make it work. And we're constantly getting like new patches and stuff to test. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all a process. So trust the process, chat and community, and we will get there. I think it's a really exciting world premiere that no one saw coming. That is exactly what we wanted to like do, and I'm just really stoked about Event Horizon. I could yap about it for several more hours, even though we've already been live here for probably over 2 hours. But
It's been over
this is
2
just that
hours,
good
yeah.
it's just that good of an episode. So
Mm-hmm. We had a lot to talk
I don't know.
about.
I don't know if you still want to hop on Big Walk for
We'll
a little
do,
bit.
yeah,
Up
let's
to
hop
you.
on for like 5-10 minutes, you know, something just to check it out. I needed a reason to actually boot it
Yeah.
up, you know?
Okay. Yeah, we'll get first impressions, right?
First impressions. The only thing is I opened it one time earlier to make sure that like I had the microphone proper, you know, and I do, and it's here.
Yeah.
And so that's
okay.
good. And then I can hit continue.
Once you begin, Big Walk should be the only way you communicate. No voice calls, no talking face to face, no looking at other players' screens. Well,
Just don't look at my screen then, you know? I'll host a game. There's the join code. There's even like a copy paste if I want to just like copy it and then paste the code for you there.
Wonderful. Okay, let me make sure. Have you started the session? No, it says the session you are trying to join isn't available. So check the
Starting a
settings.
game. Oh, save file. SpeedChat Plus. Continue. 2 players. Play. I didn't know what part I needed to get to in order for it to work for you to join. So like again, this is my first time. So maybe now. Oh my goodness, that is a high sensitivity.
Okay, I'm joining.
Still high. Like sensitivity 5. Okay,
That is some high sensitivity.
Yeah, it is high, especially for how like slowly you walk.
We might hear ourselves twice. We'll see
Once
what
we
happens.
do, I'll mute and deafen in Discord, but I'll leave your camera up. Wait.
Oh, you know what? Okay.
There we go.
I won't hear you twice because I don't have my audio settings properly.
Oh, okay. You're also kind of quiet on mine, so you might want to like turn up something.
I don't hear you though. Check your microphone.
What? Audio. My microphone activity's going through.
Maybe it's, hold on.
It's
I think
it's there.
Let me mute on Discord. Hold on. It's me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because mine's on toggle, so like. Oh, maybe I need to like click. Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I do hear you.
Let's go. Maybe I'll just turn up my like audio on my headset. I don't know. Is there like a audio? Do that. No, I mean there's only one for volume and it's 100%. Okay, so. Oh, we can like punch. Wait. Oh.
I'm standing on you.
Why are you standing on me?
Why not?
We got crouch. We got sit. We can sit.
Just have a nice little time, you know?
I'm sitting the wrong way. There we go. Crisscross applesauce. Let's go.
Just like our childhood.
Oh, yeah. I like that your like beak moves when you talk.
Yeah, it's nice.
It gets really big and fat. I love that.
It sure is. I'm gonna sprint.
You only need to tap shift to begin sprinting. You'll keep sprinting. Okay, cool.
Too big of a sprint. Yeah, because you're holding your hands kind of in front there. It's kind of cute. What about emotes? Let me see these emotes.
There's emotes? Use. Look, you're pushing the button.
Yo, high five, dude.
High five. Wait, which button is it?
I don't know. I'm holding E, so.
E? High five.
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough. Ball. Oh, it turns on and off.
Oh.
I can drop kick it. Ha! Didn't go very
Drop
far.
kick it.
No, you took it from me. It's mine.
No.
Get off of my head.
No.
Okay. Oh, V is mute, unmute. Oh, okay, cool.
Press
Cool, now there's that
V
button.
to hold an item and raise it over your head. Holding an item overhead for a few seconds will lock it in the face. Okay. Oh, text chat.
Dude, there's text, you just hit enter. Oh. I love it, your head goes...
Yeah, I hear it for you too. Bruh. And then, so I can mute, and then this is the way to go. Dancing, yeah.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Dancing.
We're dancing in the moonlight. Woo!
Let's see, I want to try
Drop
sitting
kick.
down when you're standing on a slope. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Ready?
Okay.
My way though.
Alright.
Whee!
Oh, you just slid! Oh, that's so cool! I don't like the way that your head turned completely around when you did it, though.
It's a 360-degree head.
I know, you went...
Like Vine Boom, like, whoa.
Oh, it's so
I
good.
can see my shadow. When your host ends the game, anything you're holding or wearing will be placed here at the start of your next session.
Oh, interesting.
'Cause you
So it's
have
like
the
an
save file,
ongoing
right?
session.
Yeah, because you made that save file. So
I did.
So you can pick up where you left off, which I think is cool.
Nice. All right, what's through here? And finally, press escape to review your controls. Good luck on your big walk. All right, let go.
I mean, we really are just walking fast.
Oh my, it just opens up. It's just suddenly
It's
suddenly
like,
there.
Like Legend of Zelda a little bit, you know?
Right? Like the Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I can charge up and woo!
Dibs, mine. Ooh! Ow! Oh, I think I broke my leg.
Oh. No, you're good.
I'm good. I want this one though. This one's mine. It's getting dark already. We just got here and it's getting dark.
How do you turn on the light?
It just left click.
Oh, cool.
All right, let's at least make it over to here to this thing.
Okay.
Okay. That's right. I don't need to hold shift.
We go over there.
Ugh! I love how far you
What's
can kick
over
it.
here?
Wait, what's this? What?
Whoa.
What happened? Oh! What happened?
Is it a flare? I think it's a flare if we need the people.
Oh, in case you're like over here. All right, what's this? This is a. It's a thermal camera. I can see
Oh.
bugs. Look at the bugs. Look.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You see the
Oh.
bugs?
Oh, I do.
They got bugs.
It's also indicating items.
You know, this whole time, like, your face cam's been frozen on Discord. Oh, wait, okay, I fixed it. I don't know how I did that,
hi.
but... No, it's still, like, frozen. I don't know. So people are just seeing your, like, locked-in face. But it's okay, because they hear you. Oh. Whoa, wait, is this, like, a mirror?
Despite everything, it's still you.
And you.
And you.
No, you. Was this the... Oh, there's, like, a light. It wasn't on before.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Ha! How about this one? Ah! Dark!
How far back does it go? I still see myself. I still see myself.
I don't know, how good is
Okay,
your...
now I don't.
Yeah, like, how good is your monitor? I got 1440p. I see right here.
I also.
I am 1 pixel right here. And there's all these colors, and I figured maybe you could use it to, like, change your color, but I don't think that's what it is at all. Oh, you can
Oh,
paint.
wait.
Ooh.
Yeah, now it's red.
Wait, can
I don't know how to use it though.
mine? I don't know how to use it either.
Yeah. Now you know why.
Well, now it's dark. I don't want to go. Actually, I do. Hold on. I want to go over here. Because now I got the night vision from the camera, and I think I see, like, the water. And I want to see what's in the water. Okay, maybe it's not water. I just want to see the stairs, because there's stairs.
Okay.
Did you bring a light? Oh, I did. All I see is, like, the glowing of your eyes.
Yeah, same.
We should have brought a light.
It's the realm of darkness.
Bro, this looking like that underground area from Legend of Zelda.
It's a keyhole. It's a key.
Oh, I don't have a key. Wait, I think I heard water. I'm diving in, Michael. I'm going. There is water. It's very not deep.
I can like barely hear you.
Yeah, it's because of the water and it's loud. Alright, well I know for a fact this is only the beginning of the journey and there's probably way more to explore, but we'll probably call it here so we can wrap up the episode. Sound good?
I got food to eat still, so.
It's probably so cold, I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's all good. It's no worries. It's
Alright,
still packaged up.
I'm unmuting in Discord, I'm coming back to you.
Okay.
Alright, yo, we're so back.
That was actually kind of neat.
That was
First impressions
cool.
were
Like,
good.
just in concept. We didn't even really play the game yet. We just saw how the game was played. And
Yeah.
oh, man, there's so much more to it on top of that. So, that's really neat. We got to get together with some other guys sometime and just have a big walk, you know? Like, spend an afternoon. That looks like it's going to be a good
I'm
time.
down for that. I'm down to stream it. I'm down to just chill, you know, whatever.
It
whatever you
feels
wanna
like
do.
just a chill game, for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Absolutely.
wrapping up the episode. Any closing remarks, Michael? And, of course, your game shout-out.
Thanks to everyone for supporting the Toontown Event Horizon stuff. I see so much positive feedback, and it's like really cool. And I think the next step is just bridging people's understanding of like what the game is actually going on, like what is actually going on in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, a lot of people are curious about it. It's also just like the same thing with like people asking about like what's going on with other projects. There's a whole Reddit post on the Toontown Reddit about like what's going on with Hostile Takeover, you know, some other projects that have been named that just haven't seen the light of day. Event Horizon was in the same boat until we did the stream, so I'm glad we could unveil it to the community. Shout outs for me is let me see. Shout outs would be Splatoon Raiders. I'm going to stream that today. Thank you, Nintendo, for the game. It's so much fun. It gives off like I was playing Toontown Event Horizons and I was like, I'm kind of sort of getting a Splatoon Raiders feel to it, you know, just like going
that's
back
a wild
and doing
comparison, but totally valid.
It is, but it's also like, you know, you can't put the controller down, and I didn't want to put Event Horizon down. So yeah, it's just definitely one of those things. And then shout out to Pragmata again. It's a cool game. I agree. It's awesome. And I don't know what else. Shout out to you.
I'm not a game,
I don't know.
but I do get played, if you know what I'm talking about.
With money, with life, with oh man.
All right, my game shout outs.
What about you?
Again, I'd like to shout out Pragmata. Cannot shout out that game enough. Literally one of the greatest games I have ever played. It is that good. Pragmata. Play it. Get it. Even if you can't afford it now, wait for a sale. But at some point, play it. It's that good. And then really I'm also going to shout out a couple of indies out there. I'm going to shout out Duskfade. That comes out next week. I don't know how much it's going to cost. If it's like 30 or less, I think it'll be well worth the cost. If it's any more than 30, probably wait for a sale. And then I also want to shout out something called Signy and Mino Against All Gods. It is another kind of Paper Mario-like turn-based RPG. But it's a smaller game, right? So it is literally $17. So it's not high priced at all. And it is a $17 game where it is a good story with good gameplay and good graphics, right? It's not anything more than it's trying to be, but it delivers on what it promises. So Signy and Mino Against All Gods. It's a fun time, something I've been playing in my spare time. So, and of course, shout out Big Walk.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for us. Anything else
Yeah,
before we let you
you know,
go?
we don't. Yeah, we're all good. We don't have any other news right now. The news keeps coming in though, and by the time we get to Gamescom, it's going to be all hands on deck. So
Oh,
we will
there's
definitely be.
actually a THQ Nordic announcement Friday, so like the
Hmm.
day after this goes up. And I don't know exactly what they're announcing, but like they hinted at maybe like Reanimal DLC. And so I'm really excited to see
Yeah,
about that. So I'm looking forward to that too.
that would be pretty cool to see.
Because it's still co-op.
So
So we still need to do the Little Nightmares DLC together because they came out with the Little Nightmares 3 DLC.
we do.
And then we'll also do Reanimal DLC at some point too.
Cool. But yeah, so we'll plan some future collabs after I move,
Of
which
course.
this is the last time you'll see the pink background. So
I'll miss the
GGs.
pink background. It
You
was
know,
very smirky.
I mean, yeah, you know, the two of us at one point were under this roof, so like,
I
you
did
know,
live
this
there
really
for like
is
3 years.
this is like the end of an actual like era. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, and just looking forward to getting out to the room I have next for now and just kind of figuring out life. That'll
One
be my
step at a
August.
time.
And streaming.
Of
So,
course.
yeah, but thanks for tuning in, everybody, to this
Thanks for
episode.
watching. Leave a like,
SpeedChat
subscribe. We're back every couple of weeks or so. So we'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. Hopefully. We'll be back. Okay, have a good one. Bye, guys.
Bye.